This is the official Erick Spencer podcast with my first guest, Francois. Well, introduce yourself, Francois. I'm not going to introduce you for you. You're going to introduce yourself.
Francois, aka 21 Keys, aka Mr. Francois Chez Souffle. So that's me.
And that's tell them about your business. Get it out the way.
So I'm an audio engineer slash producer by trade. I have a recording studio called 21 Keys Studios here in Brooklyn, New York, located in the Bedford-Stuyvesant area. I also produce music as well, hip hop, R&B, venturing into other genres, calypso, reggae, stuff like that. I also have a all natural body butter called Francois Chez Souffle. Great for the winter time, good for your skin, all organic. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Nice.
Trinity raised, Brooklyn bred.
Nice, exactly. Same as me. And we have two other people here who John, introduce yourself.
John Abrahante, doing a podcast with Erick. A few of them with Erick. You can listen to John Abrahante podcast, see what we did. Filmmaker, director, doing the acting thing right now. But check me out.
And Jamal.
Yeah. What's up, people?
Jamal is in the house as usual.
Yeah. This everything, man.
Everything. So we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna get started. We were talking about a couple of different things, but I guess we'll get into the vibe of what we were talking about earlier. I talked to both of these gentlemen earlier. We were talking about this teacher now. There's a teacher that, I don't know if you've seen in the news, this teacher, her boyfriend, or her student, her former student, choked her and the kid that they have together. And, this is, my condolences to her and the kid, or especially the kid. This is the ridiculousness that we're dealing with in the society right now, where women, and I'm not going to say all women, but I'll just say, I personally believe there's some plot to just tear down the connection between men and women, period, because women seem to be choosing everything except for men. They're choosing males, not necessarily men, or men-like things, and expect things to work out the way it's supposed to work out. And I'll let Francois answer that question because he's good for that. He has a family, by the way, so he's doing the family thing, which is very important. But I'll let him talk on it.
First of all, that's some fuckboy shit. First and foremost, over sensitive, mentally undeveloped mindset that would kill a child and its mother over some senseless act like that. But also, you also have to look into the mindset of the female that would date or even put herself in a predicament where she's having a baby with someone that's way younger than her, to the point where they're not thinking clear enough.
Yeah, but I think the person was not. I think the guy was the teacher.
No, the woman was
the woman was a teacher. And
yeah.
see what I think, in my opinion, I think society. I think
university level.
No,
it's not. But I think what society needs to stop doing is, me and Erick and I was talking about this earlier. I feel like society needs to stop putting this pressure on teachers and nurses and women that work in certain industries, right? Where they can't do certain things and they have to and you guys can chime in if you want. But I feel like the society put a lot of pressure on women when they work in a certain field, right? So like a teacher have to carry herself in a certain way and do certain things, blah 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 blah. And so, because they can't really like show who they really are to the world, they want them fucking around with their students. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
because New York One reported this.
Right, but I'm saying, but they want to fucking around. Like, you remember probably like 10 years ago, the teacher that messed with the young student. I forgot what state it was in, and she had a baby by him.
Yeah.
And then went back, had another baby by him again, even though she was told not to be messing with him.
Yeah.
Went to jail, came back out, and still was fucking with him again. So.
They're married now.
Exactly. I'm saying,
you gotta ask yourself
it's crazy.
You gotta ask yourself this question: as a young man, when you get older, you have to look back at that woman that says something is mentally wrong with this woman. That she would do this with me, and they told her not to when she come back because something is off.
No, but see, that's the thing. Like at the end of the day, like, see, this society look at pedophilia as a man thing. And they don't really see that women are just as big as pedophiles as men. Well, you have a lot of aunts messing with their niece, their nephews and their nieces. They're fondling them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have a lot of females in the community, teachers, and even in the church. They're messing with younger kids because they know that kid is like, oh my God, like I had sex with the Sunday school teacher. I'm the man, but they want to keep that under wraps because they want to keep it going because they don't know how to deal with that type of shit.
Let me say this, and I'm going to ask John to chime in this because John is a younger dude that dealt with it. Now, here's the thing. If you're a younger dude dealing with an old woman, that's okay. You're 20-something years old, you're dealing with a woman who's 50, that's fine.
It's different.
It's different. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about little kids, messing with little kids. But if you notice, and I'll say this I've looked into it in Italian culture, Caribbean culture, there's a certain point in time where when you go to the old country, whether it's Italy or the Caribbean, the women seem, there's I guess some sort of coming of age where the women feel they gotta, I guess, de-virginize the males or something like that. I mean, that seems to be a tradition in a lot of cultures, and I don't know if that's the reason why people are doing it, or if it's just instinctive that women feel, okay, I'm gonna go get with the younger male because he got the energy and the stamina.
It's a control thing.
That's control. Let me hear what John has to say because he's in thought. No,
when I was I think 14, that's when I was de-virginized, as you said, and she was 16, 17. I think.
See, that's not that much older because y'all in the same realm though.
Okay, but I'm saying that was the first situation, and she was the one who said to me, like you said in the Caribbean lifestyle, she was Mexican. She said, she said to me, do you want to have sex? And, I wasn't really thinking she was even going to say that. I was like, hell yeah.
14 and 16 is pretty much damn near the same shit. That's a year apart. That ain't, y'all might as well be the same fucking
I guess. As far as the women you're talking about.
If you were with a 14, if it was a 35-year-old woman now, that'd do some next shit.
Hell yeah.
Took your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
They should have destroyed it. But as far as the 3 or 4 women I mess with, I would go up to them and just be like, oh, you look good today, blah blah, and they would give me their numbers, and it wasn't really aggressive on their part. It was more on my part.
Well, they said that's what it is with the teachers. I don't know,
but
they said that when you really look, because I saw movies that were made about it. They said that usually what it is the male, the young guy was pressing the woman and pushing the issue. But then I'm saying, okay, so as a woman,
who's the adult?
Exactly. And then I'm like, because you know what it is, woman. Here's the thing: the woman, they said the young guy was pushing the issue, and he's feeding her. She's an older woman. She probably ain't got nobody. He's feeding her ego as, well, this young guy want to fuck me and blah 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 blah. And all the men my age ain't really, which is bullshit. Because I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You don't tell me that there ain't no man out there your age that want to fuck the shit out of you. There's many men your age that want to fuck you. That is an excuse, a bullshit ass excuse. Because what it is that they don't want to do. This is what I believe.
I don't think they ever made that excuse, did they?
You talk about the men their age want to fuck them.
Thought they were lonely or something like that.
They don't say anything. They just said that the young guy, he forced it on me. He pressed me. So basically, you're weak and let me tell you something. If that's the case, that means if a young guy could press the issue and get some pussy from you, that means an older dude could do the same thing. Because evidently you're weak with men.
She can't control the older guy. She can't tell the older guy what to do and how to do certain things. And even in the bedroom, she has to be submissive to the older guy.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, she don't have to be submissive to a guy that's 14, a kid that's 14 and she's 30. She can like, come here, little motherfucker. You gonna eat this pussy till I come. And she could, you know what I'm saying? She could. No. I mean, I'm not trying to be vulgar. I'm not trying to be vulgar.
No, we're vulgar here. We get vulgar on this.
Okay, fine. I'm saying, but it's like she could see him in the hallway when he's walking to class and pull him into a room and jerk his dick off. You know what I'm saying? And then send him to class like. Fuck his whole head up, like damn, like I can't get away from this person. I see her in school, and she could fuck up. She could call my house and say I did anything. You know, it's just not. He gotta play the role. He gotta play that role. It's about control.
Yeah.
Have nothing to do with nothing else. I have been in situations where, when I was younger, older females tried to. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of. Listen. My grandmother didn't play that shit. You touch me, she would stab you.
You
know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I'm
not gonna lie to you. I'll put it to you like this. When I was younger, my mother attested. I had my mother's friend. She Indian.
Oh, cool.
She had 3 daughters. She had 3 daughters. One of them is that passed away, but she had 3 daughters. And Roxanne was the hottest one. And they would babysit me. And I'm not gonna lie. One day, I mistakenly, on purpose, walked into the shower while Roxanne was taking a shower. And I stood up there. She didn't see me. It was so steamy. But I stood up there. I must have been about maybe like 8 or 9 years old, probably 10, and I stood up there watching it, and I was like, should I get her attention? In my mind, I'm telling you, I can remember. I was like, should I let her know that did she see? Because I had this fantasy in my head that maybe if she see me, something to go down. Now, my little, you starting to push 10, so you starting to feel your little shit juices rolling. And I closed the door and walked out. Now, here's the thing. Did she know that the door was open? Maybe, maybe not. It was steamy, But I believe there was a part that didn't know. Right. And maybe didn't care. Now, I've heard other cats who had babysitters who babysitter probably would let them feel their little titties or whatever. Yeah. Give you a little taste of what, whatever the case it is. You know what I'm saying? Was that molesting you? Could be saying it's that.
Listen.
But, I mean, you're asking a 15-year-old girl, 16-year-old girl to babysit a 10-year-old boy or a 9-year-old boy.
First of all, she's going through her transformation
exactly,
as is.
Exactly.
So, she's gonna take advantage of that. Like, listen, no matter what you say is a lie. You're 10 years old. You could say, "Hey, she sucked me off," and some watery stuff came out of my dick. Nobody's gonna believe you at 10. No, we're talking at 10 years old. No one's gonna believe you at 10 years old because, especially if she's 15 and she's pretty, look good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fantasy. So at 10 years old, you can say whatever you want. No one's going to believe you. So she has the upper hand. But I think the problem, for me, I feel like I remember when I was like 13. I was like 13 was with Allison, right? And this was my cousin's friend, Allison. And the same shit. She wasn't my babysitter, but Allison she was a red bone, right? Red bone thing, and she was nice. And I used to go to school with her sister. Her sister was Stacy. And I used to always say, I don't want your sister, I want you. I want you. So she used to, I'm fresh. I'm 13, 14, I'm 13, I'm fresh. You know what I'm saying? My mouth is slick. I'm slick out the mouth. I'm talking crazy, right? So I'm fresh. So she like, oh, for real? She let me squeeze her little nipples and grab her little butt. Like she'll pants me, right? You know what I'm saying? Like she'll pants me and stuff like that. But the thing with her is, she could have taken advantage of me. She could have took advantage of me. But you know what she said? She goes, I love chocolate, man. She said, you're chocolate ass. She goes, when you turn 18, I'm gonna fuck your brains out. Right? This is tell me I was 13 years old. So I couldn't wait till I reached 18.
You have to wait 5 years.
It didn't matter how long I had to wait. As good as she looked, and she still looked that good to this day. Because when I went back home and I went to I passed by her job to see her, she looked the same fucking way. She knows she gained a little weight, had a kid. I think she had one or 2 kids. She's married. Don't matter. In my mind, I'm still looking at her as a 15, as a 13-year-old kid.
Did you
And
wait?
when she says,
Did you wait? No,
Huh?
no. Did you wait 5 years?
No, I mean I left. You know, like my parents.
John was over the story.
No, you know what I'm saying?
He went down. He's like,
No, but
5 years.
but
Going
my
down the
parents.
rabbit
You know
hole.
what I'm saying? My parents said my grandmother passed away. I was like 14. I started bugging out, just doing dumb shit. So my parents were like, listen, she sent for me, and that's when I came to New York. But you know, she could have taken advantage of me, but she didn't do it. You know why? Because she had a heart. Now, let there have been somebody else, it would have been on and Poppington. You know what I'm saying? They would have been like, you know what? Bring your little ass here. You know what I'm saying? And whatever. But you know, at the end of the day, I feel like the problem. I think there's two sides to this problem. Obviously, that whole situation was fucked up, and rest in peace to the baby, and rest in peace to the mother. The guy's, you know, is a fuckboy, in my opinion. But I think there's two things here. I think the problem is that we have to start looking at pedophilia in women. There are a lot of women that are pedophiles.
I agree. And well, okay, let's
Right, that's one. And I think two, I feel like society in a whole needs to take this pressure off of teachers and nurses and people that have a certain job titles, right? That they can't be a certain way, or else they're gonna be judged or viewed.
But
that pushes them, forces them to kind of like go down that
this is the thing.
road.
This is the thing, and Jamal just brought it up. He said, "Who says that? Okay, you have a private life and you have a personal life, right?
Yeah.
You go to work, right, and your job, and in your private life, you come home, and if you and your girl like fucking with whipped cream, that's your business, right?
Right. That's your business.
So why? What is the pressure? If you have a man and you're fucking your man, there's no pressure. What pressure you go?
Society.
What pressure?
Listen,
No one is.
I'm saying is this. What I'm saying. Society is very judgmental in the whole. Society is very judgmental.
But who's going to judge? Are you going to judge a
can,
nurse because she fucking her boyfriend at home?
No. I'm not judging. Me personally, I'm not. Okay, but I'm not. I can't hire or fire her.
But what I'm saying.
What I'm saying?
No, hold on. What I'm saying to you.
I can't.
I'm not saying that. I agree with what you're saying.
Her social economic status, I can't infringe upon that in no type of way.
But what I'm saying, okay, what are they feeling ashamed of?
Okay, on Facebook,
having a
right?
mate?
On Facebook, the teacher.
If you pull up, let me just say this.
All right.
If you put your sex life on display,
right,
just like you put anything on display, expect people to comment on it. What you do when you go home is your fucking business. Now, once you start dealing with someone in the public in which you work on your job, everybody's going to know that. If you have a man that you're a teacher or a nurse, and your man is a man that's not on your job that you're dealing with, when you go home, you fuck that man. You can do whatever the fuck you want with that man because you're off the clock, and that's your fucking personal life. Like everybody got a personal life.
For example, there's a teacher on Facebook that was fired because they started calling her the sexy teacher, and she got fired. She lost her job because her body is the way it is. Her parents had sex, had her, and her genes made her body grow into what it was. Her clothes have nothing to do with anything. That's just her body. So she can go to work with sweatpants on. She's still going to be sexy because the curves are there. You can't hide the curves, right? A young lady was working in the bank. She got fired from the bank because they said that she comes to work dressing too provocative because she's wearing pencils. Now she's following the work, the dress code for that industry. But because the way her body is, you're gonna fire her because somebody else is looking at her ass because she's in a pencil dress? This is what people wear in the banking industry. No matter what she's wearing, her body's gonna show.
Yeah, but Miss Smith, well, here's the thing, Miss Smith, who's fucking 60 years old, tits and asses thing and look fat. She wearing the same dress. She don't look the same way. I think. I mean, it's the truth. I think what we're looking at is this. We're looking at if you're an attractive woman, period. Right. No matter what you wear, men are gonna hit on you.
Right.
You can't stop that. No, there's nothing wrong. Okay, you can't stop that. But I always say this: if you're an attractive woman, you have to know how to cut off the vibe. I'll give you an example. John, when he was working a job and he met some girl, or he was working a background and he met some girl, right? And I was talking to her on the phone. He put on the phone. She's an attractive woman, but John was like, I couldn't read her vibe. I didn't know if she was into me or not. A woman knows when she can send off sexual energy or not. Women know how to cut that shit off to where it is not, they ain't giving it to no men. No matter how sexy she look, when women cut that shit off, men automatically know, I ain't feeling, when I talk to Shonda, yeah, she hot, but she don't give me no type of sexual energy. But some women know, some women don't know how to turn it off.
Okay, so if a woman's body is voluptuous and very curvaceous, right? This is something that she has no control over. So unless she has a clothes custom made to cover up her body from head to toe, is the only way she can hide. She has to wear oversized clothes so you not to see her ass is fat.
No, I agree. No, but what I'm saying is,
but if she's wearing the clothes within the guidelines of the industry,
I feel what you're saying.
Then you can't infringe upon.
John, you want some Mr. Monster?
To what?
A monster. You look like you got low energy.
What's up? What's a monster?
Monster's an energy drink, like
just a little bit in there.
like a Red Bull. Yo, don't say Monster, man. Just say energy drink.
Monster?
Yeah, that's right.
Because we may not get paid for that.
Yes, true.
Well, maybe we will. I don't know.
Maybe
you will.
Yeah, John drinks Monster energy drinks to wake him up after he worked 12-hour shifts at his job.
Yeah, it's not much. Don't worry. I don't have anything.
But I feel like for me, I feel like women. I feel like women are blamed for being sexy for no reason.
No. That whole argument, while it seems.
I think I know what it was. She probably had like a butt that was.
Yeah, I mean her butt. No, right. Exactly.
No,
But it's like you can't blame her for the way her body is.
Well, hold on, I want to hear what Jamal had to say on that. What do you?
No, I felt like the complaint was a lot of the. Because she was teaching, I think, kindergarten or something.
No, it wasn't to like in junior high school or high school. It wasn't that low of a grade. Or either junior high school or high school.
Nah, it was lower than that. It was low.
Kindergarten?
Yeah,
so she got
like
five.
She
got five.
Kindergarten?
Second grade.
People felt like she's too.
No, but social media.
Around their kids.
No, social media. This is what got her fired. Social media. The pictures went up on social media,
right.
And people were like, the sex. So they're trying to post it. They had like 4 or 5 million reposts.
Okay, all right. Let me say this.
But the pressure, so like that's stupid. That's dumb.
Let me say this. Okay,
so she went to school for all the years,
and she was young too.
So yeah, she went to school for all those years to go to get her degree, to teach, to get fired because something that she had no control over.
That was wrong.
Stupid.
I think that was wrong. Let me just say this. You and I, we went to this spot. I'm not gonna mention their names because I'm not giving them problems. No. But we went to the spot and there was teachers there. I used to work in the spot. And the teachers would come there. It's a club kind of environment, and they would wild out. Like I mean, some young girls in there, and they would. And one night I came in there and I was like, "Why are all these girls in the background acting the fool?" Don't tell me that's your milk.
What?
That's your milk.
Oh yeah.
Man, what the fuck? Yo, anyway, they were all hanging out, right? Mm. Acting a freaking fool, right? And next thing you know, I was like, "Who's these girls? Why are these girls wilding out?" I had to throw one out. She was giving some dude head in the bathroom, and then the bartender chick was like, "Oh, they're all teachers." I was like, "Teachers?" Yeah, these girls are all teachers.
In charter schools.
Yeah. So here's the thing I'm saying to myself.
I'm telling you,
to be honest,
in charter schools, those charter school teachers, they work so many hours throughout the day that on a Saturday, after work on Friday is turn up central.
But
trust me, they're taking you home. Listen, one night stand in town.
Let me say something. That's fine because at least it's grown men in the club that they're messing with. Now here's where the second part of that problem gets issues. You can wild out, but you have to understand you are a teacher, and if something go down, your reputation. So you wild out in private like everybody else.
No,
everybody wild out in private.
No, she shouldn't have to wild out in private. She shouldn't have to. That's the problem. And that's why I said there's this pressure that's put on them to act a certain way.
Wait. Why should she have to?
She shouldn't have to do it in private. She should be able to wild out. Listen, I'm a young single woman, so if I'm in here twerking my ass, doing whatever I'm doing, let me do it. It has nothing to do with my job.
Let me say this. I agree with you on that. Hold on, I want to come in here with things say. I agree with you, but I'm gonna give you another example about carrying. There's such a thing known as female modesty, right? Female modesty is You're a woman. Hold up. You're a woman. I'm not saying you gotta be a nun. Huh?
I've never heard a female modesty.
Okay, I'm gonna explain to you what it is.
What's on today? What's on
All right? It's not saying I'm not saying you gotta be a nun. But you do have to know that there's a way you conduct yourself. I'll give you an example. Same spot, I'm in there one night, this dude is in there with who I think is his wife or his girl, right?
That's the night I was in there with you?
I think so. So
Yeah.
so it was a white girl, right? He saw this white girl in there. She was hot. She was hot.
That's hilarious.
She had a nice shape, fatty.
It wasn't real though. It was manufactured. FYI.
I don't know about that. I don't think so.
It was manufactured.
Okay, you say that. But anyway, she was in there. She was hanging out with the dude.
She had a little something. She was adding a little something on it.
She was in there with this dude who I knew.
A simp.
And some other dudes. So what happened was when you're with your man, when you're with a man and you dance with, say a woman is here and she danced with you, me, John, all of us, right? Other dudes they're looking at it from afar. We're like, wait a minute, she ain't exclusively with one dude. She's whining with all of these dudes. So she must be a smut. So what happened was some other dude smacked her on the ass, and the dude who I knew came to me and was like, yo, son, this big dude, some big gargantuan looking dude, smacked her on the, he's like, yo, smacked my girl on the ass. So I looked back, I was like, ugh. I said, what is that? He's like, no, that's not my girl, it's my co-worker.
First of luck, motherfucker.
Yeah, I was like, well, look, son, I didn't see it happen. So it didn't happen.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened. They walked into the spot. I was there. He invited me down that night. I'm in the spot, right? So when they walked in, she was really on him. He wasn't on her. So there was two other guys there at the bar already. They was there together. One of the guys, I think Erick knew. The other one, he didn't know. So when they came in, the guy that he didn't know, he's in the cut, but he's sitting there like he people the scene because he like, okay, shorty she look good, right? But she looked like one of those, I'm taking her home for the night and I'm gonna bang it out, right? But it's like she giving him a certain type of energy, non-directly, but she's entertaining other people at the same time. So at the end of the day, once the dude made it seem as if he wasn't really on her like that, that's when the other guys she started twerking on the other dude and twerking on the other dude. He said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try." So she started twerking on him, on the other guy, and while he was twerking on her, he slapped her ass. Pow! Now she didn't react like she looked like, oh shit, like you just smacked me in the ass. Okay, she started twerking some more. So he smacked her in the ass again. Now, if she really cared about her female modesty, as you put it, the moment that he smacked her the first time in the ass, she would have shut that shit straight the fuck down.
Hold on, but that's not...
Hold on. Mm-hmm. She continued, right? Now, he feel like, damn, like, that's my coworker. I don't want to put her in a predicament where, she could be taken advantage. No, nigga. You brought her here. She really want to give you the pump. You acting like you don't want it. So guess what? It's up for grabs. You can't get mad if somebody else is trying to grab it. Real talk. So I'm saying now hold on. I'm saying that I see so E's like your friend. So what's going on? I see your face. So your face. I'm like, listen. I said, first of all, that bitch is a whore. Okay? That bitch is a whore. She's coming in here. She's coming in here. And she knows she looks good, right? She knows first of all, she's the brightest thing in the bar. First of all, second of all, she don't go up to the back where all the hot chicks are at. She stay in the front by herself.
No. I was to the second part of the story in a second.
Right? So now all the hot chicks in the front, they left. All the hot chicks is really in the back now, right? It's a bunch of them. So she's in the front now. She know all the guys is coming in there, giving her all her attention and this and that and third. She knew what she was doing. She knew exactly what. But that's the thing. She was trying to get him jealous, or get him to feel like, damn, all these niggas is on her buns. Maybe I should be the one to be on her buns, being that she really want to fuck with me. But by the time you try to figure that out, it was too late now, because the next big diesel dude, gigantic dude, is smacking her buns like this. Come here, I'ma burger this shit down tonight. And it was like, now you want to go tell her, yo, come on, man, you smacked my coworker in the ass. No, fool, you gotta handle that. not the bouncer. Now, if he punch you in the face and fuck you up, then the bouncer gets involved because now the bouncer got to bring a shit up and play it outside. So that's what happened.
I agree. Okay, he's right.
That's what happened.
I'm gonna elaborate a little bit more on the story.
He did some real sucker shit.
I'm elaborate a little bit more on the story.
Hold on. If I go into a spot with my wife, right, or my girlfriend, even if it's my coworker, and there's an energy there, my coworker want to give me some action, and I'm like, listen, I'm not really with that. At least not in here. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to mess my chances up and probably try to bag 1 or 2 other joints in the spot. Now, I'm a guy, right? This is what guys do. Let's be real, right? I'm going to try to play it off like we not really like that so I can get cool with the bartender and I can probably bag 2 other chicks in the back and then in the night, I'm going to take you home and we're going to take care of that, right? Because this is what niggas do. Let's keep it all the way 100.
Of course.
Right?
I'm not going to get
now,
mad at you on that one.
if I go into spot with a situation like that, ain't no man, ain't no dude could come over to me or in my area and listen, what you doing? You dancing with him? Alright, so you go with him then. You can't, because now you're putting me in a predicament where if he disrespects you, now I gotta step up and I gotta fight this dude. I don't know nothing about this guy. He can know jiu-jitsu, martial arts for what I know. And he gonna fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? Or I can hurt this motherfucker. Either it's gonna go either way. So that's a game that I think a lot of females play. That's a dirty game. But at the end of the day, a lot of these dudes, they so thirsty, they don't realize what they're getting dragged into. That's my take on it.
I like that one.
Okay.
That's my take on it.
All right. I'm gonna elaborate on that, and I'm glad Jamal. Jamal.
I know y'all like it. This motherfucker is crazy.
No, it's true. Like if the guy really commits to it, that's what I was saying last time. It's the commitment factor. You gotta know what you want to do.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Or it's just gonna be.
That's like if one of my college friends coming to town that happens to be a female, we go out somewhere. It's my job to protect her, whether we're dealing with each other like that or not. It's my job to protect her. So anybody come around trying to disrespect or violate.
That's where I see where Eric's coming from, man. Because if you,
I agree.
What is it?
I totally agree.
You know what I mean?
I'm all with that. I'm totally with that. I'm totally with that. This is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just.
You think it's funny, huh?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. No, I'm clapping on that one. But this is what I'm gonna say. The point I was trying to make is Francois' story is correct. I'm gonna add more to the story. What it is that when she did move to the back, that's when it got to, because when you go in the back of the club, that's where all the grimy shit dudes are. Right. So she stayed up front with her coworkers where it was nice and cutesy and everything. When she went back there, it got real. And these dudes, and you gotta understand that men watch you and see how women, just like how women watch men, they see how you operate. So if a dude sees you a chick winding up with all your male clothes, he's gonna feel you smutting you up for grabs. He can do the same thing too. It's the way you carry yourself. I'm gonna give you another example. I think it was the same. No, it was another night. This black dude, this racial couple, he comes in. His wife is a young white girl. He's a young black dude too, and he's there with his boys, right? And they're all dancing with this girl. They're all drinking, dancing, and they dancing with this girl. And I said, I was like, what's going on? So hold up. I said, some dude tried to hit on his wife. No, and I thought it was a girl. I said, what's up with your girl? He said, that's my wife. Cause this dude keep following me and my wife around. You talk to him. So I talked to the dude, brother. I said, all right. I said, and I talked to the kid and I called him out. I said, I'm gonna talk to the dude, but I want to tell you something. I said, who is that your girlfriend? He said, that's my wife. I said, why is your wife? It's none of my business, but you see, I seen your wife whining to reggae with you and your boys. What the fuck is that about? I said, do you realize that if your wife does that, other men are looking at your wife as if she's available, a pass around. That they're not looking at that's your wife. When a woman goes to a club with her fucking man, she stays up underneath her fucking man. Yes, okay, she might dance with you, your homeboy, but it's gonna be a faraway dance type of thing.
You don't dance with the homeboy. See, that's the thing.
I agree with. I agree with
it. Ain't no dancing with the homeboy.
I agree with you.
Because at the end of the day, now it's like, okay, now that homeboy could feel like, okay, when you're not there, I can pop up at your crib. That homeboy could think I could just say whatever random disrespectful shit.
Exactly.
I'm saying so.
Exactly.
So you're creating a space where it's like the homeboy or
will slide in when you fuck up.
Not even fuck up. Not even fuck up. Your homeboy might know you ain't putting it down right.
Oh, I think you got better.
Your homeboy might know you got. Listen. He got 2 other chicks over here that he fucking. Listen, he could put that bug on her hair.
It didn't even gotta go that far.
And then she was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck you to get revenge on him.
Of course, because it didn't even have to go back that far. This is as far as it goes. Your homeboy, she get close to your homeboy, and he becomes a shoulder to cry on, and boom. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, you know, and then boom, it's over. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't let your hold up. Now here's the thing: as a man, if he's really a man, he's supposed to be like, look, check that. Because I have a homeboy, Puerto Rican homeboy. He don't play that shit. He told me, he said, look, I'm the type of dude that if I saw your girl in the fucking club, I say hi and I keep it moving. He said, I will not hang out with your girl in the club. I ain't partying with your girl. As a matter of fact, if I see your bitch in the club, I will call you the next day and tell you, yo, I saw your bitch last night fucking with some nigga.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen, tell you something. I told my man this and he looked at me like I was crazy one time. I says, I don't want to be friends with your cousins, with girl cousins. I don't want to be cool with your sister. I mean, I'm cool with them, but not in that way, right? I don't want to. I don't hold long conversation with my buddies' girlfriends or wives.
Nah, that's
I don't. All the huggy shit. Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna give you the side hug like this. You gonna get one of these with you, the shoulder hug, right? All of that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, my homeboy girl was like, yo, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with so-and-so? Like, he be acting like he don't like when he come over here, like he got a problem with me or something. And it's like, and he's like, no, it's not that, you know, you're thinking too much about it. So then one day, I was over there, and I was around, and he peeped it. Like, I wasn't really too engaging with the females in the room like that. Especially the ones that, you know, were involved with somebody. So he's like, yo, son, like, what's going on with you, man? Blah, 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 blah. I said, I know you got a wife and, you know, you know, so I'm like, listen, man, let me tell you something. In July of 1997, I saw a nigga get his brains blown out on a Sunday afternoon playing pity pat on Willoughby, okay? And fucking troop over a pussy. Really? On that day, I told myself I would never be that guy.
Playing his brain on Willoughby
with his brain blown out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree.
At the end of the day, listen, this job I have, right? Working with the city. It's this beautiful young lady who worked there. Beautiful young lady. And not all the people, but certain people, they be on her. You know what I'm saying? And I do the hi and bye thing. I talk to her, yes, but it's like, hey, how you doing? Hi and bye. And it's like, yo, sound like you. Listen, I told my coworker, I said, let me tell you something, right? Niggas will kill for a chick like that. See her man? He come pick up every single day. You know why? Because if she was ugly, the bitch should be on the fucking train. Okay? He making his business to come pick up from work every fucking day.
Yo,
to make his face see. Because he will kill one of these motherfuckers in the school for her. So, guess what? I want to say hi and bye and keep it a trucking.
Yo, I used to go out with a girl. It was just like that. She was living in Crown Heights. She got hollered at all the time. I didn't know. I was a young kid. I didn't know I gotta be picking her up. I gotta have a car to pick her up. So she would call me and say, oh, where were you? Where? I was getting hollered at by a few guys. One guy followed me home. This, that, and the other thing.
Yeah, because niggas out here is creepy.
She was gorgeous, man. Gorgeous.
Motherfuckers out here is creepy. So you gotta be. You can't. See, this is the thing. This is the thing, man. See, pussy been put on such a high pedestal in 2016 especially, that, see, back in the days, bitch, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. The 90s, get the fuck, you dirty bitch. That's how it was, right? That's how it was, because you know what? Guys felt like they had to break a chick down for her to act normal. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, it's the opposite. They praise these chicks like You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
And
You know
then
what
it's
it is?
like, and
You
then
know
like,
what it is,
they
though?
get around a guy like Eric, and Eric is like, bitch, get the fuck, get your ass in the back seat. What the fuck you think special? And it's like, oh my God, I'm so shocked and appalled. How can you talk to me like that? I have to, and it's like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck you think you are? I'm not one of these simple-minded motherfuckers that's trying to drink your bath water. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. Well, all right, I'm gonna add on to that because you know what? We're gonna segue. Hold that thought. John, since we've been doing this, John's phone has been blown up by a girl that we know. I'm not gonna mention her name, but basically, I'm gonna let John elaborate on that situation because this
make all the Sherlock's come out.
This situation is a situation that
I'm not headed down.
Yeah, right. This is a situation where I mean, you've been hearing the beeps, the bells, the ping, the ping. You know what I'm saying? That means that she definitely wants to get punked, thing. So I'm gonna let John explain.
I'm gonna tell you what I haven't said before. When you were calling me before, and I said I had to take care of some business, I did. I was trying to get my bills paid, but at the same time, I was.
Oh, her?
Yeah, I was over there getting.
You went over the punk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So let me finish. So I told you she tried to sue me, right? She tried to sue me last year. All this shit happened. Oh, because I was working with her.
She's retarded.
I was trying to get the cake and eat it, right? So whatever. Certain
That really
people.
doesn't make any sense. That's what cake is for.
Thank you. I really don't understand.
And I was eating cake. I was eating pound cake at her house too, just to laugh at myself, like. Anyway, that's besides the point. And my dad gave me that pound cake probably because he knew secretly. I know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
But I'm at her house. I look on my phone.
Pound cake.
Just for shits and giggles, right? Girls have Instagrams. They have certain accounts where they just have a blog, and it's Instagram, and people follow them just to click the blog, right? So I'm doing a little. I'm a snooper. I'm not a Snoop Dogg, but I'm a Snoopy. So I'm looking, and I'm snooping, and I see something about me, and it goes, it had like some sort of like pun name, but it was basically. Read my story about a filmmaker that fucked me over or something like that. And I'm thinking, did you hear that stomach thing? Like that's what happened. My stomach dropped, and I was like, "This is me." She wrote something about me.
Meanwhile, she's sucking your dick.
But I'm not there to work. I'm there to get my dick sucked. I don't give a shit. So I'm reading the thing, and it literally details every sentence of everything that happened, but her side of the story. Oh, and it was all in poem form. It was hysterical, to be honest. So, and as I'm saying this, you can't hear this on the mic probably. My stomach is going nuts. Because my stomach is like, you're an idiot. So, I'm reading it. Let's see if I can pull it up, actually. But for now, let me just talk about it. And it says, he asked me to have a threesome, but that's not what I wanted. And instead, he said his friend would come. And soon... he fronted or something like that. You know what I mean? It was some shit like that. And it had a picture that I took of her. She said, take down that picture. Some other poem about the composition of the picture. She said, take it down. Meanwhile, she put it up to say, his composition was this, and blah, 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 blah. And then she put up her friend's picture. And she said something about his composition. Then she said, he thought his dick was heaven sent. But really... it was not, and like ...
But I'm laughing at all
I'm laughing because the text that she sent me after I knew I was just gonna go there, fuck her, not say a word, and come back, right? And of course,
that's okay. Hold up, Francois, analyze it because I know Francois.
I know he's ready to analyze it. Let me finish it off just with this. Now, this is just because I know how chicks are, man. They're stupid like this. Chicks are fucking retards. They'll say one thing, do another, then come back.
I just for the record, and this is not me being a fucking simp. Not all, but a lot. Anyway, go ahead.
So then she goes, and I didn't even really, I was tired today. You can see how tired I was, right?
That's why you have no energy right now. You spent.
Nah, I didn't even really. I'm spent because I slept over my dad's. I was up drinking vodka with them last night.
Do you know how much food you gotta eat to replace every time you bust a nut?
Yes.
Yo, I didn't bust a nut. You guys, let me finish my story. Let me bust my story nut. Jesus. So I don't even bust a nut. I'm so tired And like, I tried. I fucked for maybe like 20, 30, I don't know, 40 minutes. I tried. I really did.
Man.
No, I was laying
The
there.
Italian stallion.
So I'm fucking, and I'm just like, man, like, I'm tired. And you know, I don't know why, but I was like, I didn't do a good job of fucking, like, and this sex, it wasn't even like as good as I remember. Like,
Was it wet?
she was wet, but like I just wasn't feeling good about the whole situation. I fucking, you know, I couldn't really even stay hard for that, even though it was kind of long.
Because you know what it is? Because you don't really like.
So she said, yeah, basically, she sent me a text. It said, to me, you definitely still got it now, and she put a smiley face. Now, what the fuck does that even mean? To me, maybe because I said, the sex was okay. Then,
Can I say something?
yeah. Then later on, my pussy feels like it get pounded, blah, blah, this and that. She's trying to make me a fuckboy, a simp, or whatever you're saying.
You think so?
100%.
I want to hear. Hold on.
We definitely fucked. I mean, of course, it could have been kinky. We definitely got it in. Guess I wasn't kidding when I called you dad, like the dumbest shit. But shit that someone that's lonely says. Shit that someone that just needs someone there says.
Okay.
And I'm loving it because this is just, I'm just powering his battery.
You don't like her poetry, so she's not much of a writer.
I mean, how old are you?
26. I'm moving 27.
Okay. First of all, I didn't say nothing yet.
I can't wait.
He knows what's coming.
So first of all, you're young, right? You're a young guy, so these, you got about another like 3-4 years for this to continue to happen. That's one. Two, she is definitely using. You also Players Club?
Maybe, but I don't think so.
In Players Club, it's a girl named Trixie, and Trixie said you gotta use what you got to get what you want, right? She's using what was given to her by the Almighty, whomever it may be, right, to lock your ass down. And she's using the social media to gain fans over it. She's a blogger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's on Instagram and all that.
So
shit. That's right. We can show you. You saw the.
I don't need to see none of that. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
she's just doing. She's a part of what she's doing is what this society was trained to do. When this generation was trained to do, no human connections, and everything is all electronic, right? Fake friends, fake likes, fake.
Yeah.
All that fake
She's
shit.
from she's like basically
Yeah,
from
that's
LA.
what it
So
sounds like.
Right,
And
I'm saying-
that's what you're not responding to. 'Cause
Right.
It feels kind of like.
If
I know what
exactly.
it is. Though.
And I'm saying so.
I know
like,
it's not
She's
real.
using
I know it's not
her
real
pussy
at
to kind of like make you
In a way.
like make you put.
I guess.
Because she and she sees you as a challenge, man. At the end of the day, I mean that's what I look at it. She sees you as a challenge, right? She's trying to break your spirit. She's trying to break you down. And the only way she can break you, she can't do it with her words, right? She can't do it with her intellect, right?
Definitely not.
Definitely because you're smarter than her, right? So it's like she's trying to use the one thing she has,
Which they all do.
which is her pussy.
But the funny
So
thing
at
is,
the end of the day, if you guys were married, right?
never.
I'm just making a point.
That's just from one.
If I said if, not when I said if, not when. I said if you guys are married, right?
Scary.
Right now, you receive it on the couch. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. It is.
But I will add this: when I was there, she tried to literally do everything. You're right. I'm a challenge, but because she probably did that openly because we're like me and Eric are friends and they're friends on Facebook. Like we all have mutual friends. She probably did it so that I would see and say something about
pressure.
it.
You feel pressure.
I would feel some kind of pressure,
Right. So
at
look,
least.
So look, don't eat nothing from her, all right? You go to the house.
No.
I said I'm dead serious. Listen, I'm just saying.
I'm not hungry when I go there. I'll just say that.
Don't eat nothing in her house. I'm gonna tell you a story. All right?
I literally
It was
brought
a
my
girl.
own food there. You see the big bag.
It was a girl. It was a girl that my sister used to know. My sister, she still knows, all right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say her name. Her name is Tanya. She had a boyfriend at the time, right? Now she was the same situation. She was into the boy, but the guy wasn't really into her like that. So he was fucking other bitches, and his dick was around town. Right? I was gonna say that, right? So now, what she did, but she was forcing herself in his life, right? So she kind of she's like, yeah, you can be my girlfriend, right? Once you suck my dick, you give me some pussy and money, and I feel whatever I needed, right? You know what this bitch did? We're driving to a job interview in Queens. She had the car. I found out about the job interview. I told my sister, and my sister told her.
I already know.
So we're driving to Queens, right? And she's telling her, "Girl, what's going on with so-and-so? You know, blah, blah, blah." So then she goes, "So, you know, this motherfucker cheated on me, and I found out, but he think I don't know. I went to the girl's house, and we had a long conversation, and I got that motherfucker back good." My sister said, "What you did? What, you cheated back on him?" She goes, "No, I ain't gonna do that." She goes, I went and I bought General Toast chicken. You know the General Toast chicken come with the red sauce, right? She said I had my period.
Ooh.
She said I took a spoon.
That's all right.
Put it up in my coont, took out 2 scoops of nice amount of blood, mixed it in with the fucking General Toast sugar sauce, the sauce, and she said, I went to the restaurant and I got it for him. He was sleeping. I got it for him and everything. He was sleeping. All the stuff going on, he didn't know what's going on. She sat there. She said, she said, "Do you want some?" He goes, "No, I'm good, I'm fine." She sat there and watched that motherfucker ate that shit. She said he ate every drop of that shit.
And,
You know what, man?
Hold on.
Let Eric speak before I say a word.
Hold on. Right? She was so infatuated with him that she felt like she needed to deal with. That's what she needed to do for him to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna say John might not understand. He think it's kinky.
That's why I said
it is a way.
That's
women
why I
use
said
that.
don't
It's
eat.
sick. It's sick. Yeah.
No.
It's a witchcraft.
It's different
to
ways.
keep you, son.
It's different
to
ways.
Fuck you. They use. Trust me. They can run that.
Don't eat when
Oh,
you go.
warlocks, son. They don't do no witchcraft on me.
When you go to her house, don't eat shit from her. Don't drink no water.
I don't know if you saw, Francois, but I brought a bag of Chef Boyardee,
I got
this,
you.
that, potatoes, specifically for that reason. Eating a cake that my dad gave me specifically.
I'm
for
just saying,
that.
let me say something,
But
John.
I will say this. First of all,
you have Puerto Rican, right? All right, Santeria. Let's understand Santeria.
exactly. But yeah, I will say this much: she did go on Tinder and say,
Tinder, isn't that a dating site?
yeah, to look for girls, to have an orgy, to invite 4 or 5 girls over so I could fuck 4 other girls and her at the same time. She wanted to do that. So that's a type of way to like draw me in and shit like that.
Girl is crazy.
She's-
Listen,
yeah,
my cousin.
But
Listen, my cousin.
let me add another thing. The period blood thing, I've been there, man. I've sucked it up myself. That shit is healthy for you. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit not healthy for you.
That shit is real
That's
healthy.
backwards.
No, it's not.
Let me. Okay.
Talking about?
Look it up. That shit is basically
Sperm is
placenta.
healthy for a girl. It's protein in that motherfucker. It's good for their skin.
Don't say that.
Period blood is disgusting.
You make me
Yeah,
sick.
let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. I attest to John. Okay, I've met the girl, and I'm not gonna say something. I kind of have a little issues. He's trying to figure it out.
It's not called a bloody angel. It's called a bloody angel.
It's called being a vampire.
Yeah, exactly. Let me say this. We're gonna get into that in a minute. Let me say this. I've met the girl. John sent me away because one thing about John is the type of dude.
Oh man.
Why? I can mess with John. It's only a few people who are like that. John is a dude that he does not handcuff any women. He will share with a woman. And, as long as it's not a woman, he will share. He will pass it on. He'll be like, "Yo, son, you want to go ahead? Matter of fact, this is how you do it. Go over there." Da, da, da. So he sent me over there. One of the cases, I didn't particularly hook up with her. I hooked up with her homegirl. I didn't blaze it about her homegirl. Me and her homegirl got some little thing going back. She went back to England. It's another story. I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But I met the girl, right? Apparently, she wasn't really feeling me like that because I went over there and kicked it with her. She's a little mental. You know what I'm saying? She, blah, 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 took pictures of regular pictures, not no naked pictures or nothing like that. Just regular children for photography shit. And she's just here and there. I mean, I came to Jar House one day. We was doing some editing. They had to go somewhere. She's complaining. Da, 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 da. She's on some diva shit. The thing that I don't understand is that once you tell me, I understand that John is a man. He wants to, he figure, look, I ain't blazing nothing right now. I want to get, cool. I go get my dick so whatever the case is. That's fine. But my thing is, I'm a funny person in the sense that once a woman, and y'all all know this about me. Once it only takes one thing for a chick to set me off to where I don't fucking talk to you again. Period. You know what I'm saying? Just like how I unknow you, like I know you, I can unknow you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person, I'm not going to give you that opportunity to have that power over me. There's 50 million women out there. Your pussy's not the only one. Keep in mind, they all have a hole. So when I never understand, I never understand why one dude is chasing, why we chase one, when all of them got the same type of pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you might like the way this one physically look with her face. Nah. But you can find another one that look hot too.
This one wasn't, believe me, it wasn't.
Yeah, I've met her. She's just a little freaky and she's willing to do everything.
But I feel like, for me, I'll say this. I feel girls that are overtly freaky have a low self-esteem.
Oh, she has really.
That's what I said.
And
that's the only way that they could keep the attention of the opposite sex or the same sex. So whatever sex they sex it. They, they have to.
I don't know. I think a lot of porn stars are confident.
No, they're not confident. They have low self-esteem.
I'm being sarcastic.
They have low self-esteem. They got daddy issues. They got mommy issues. They got uncle issues. They got auntie issues.
I think Janet Jameson has them.
They got issues, right?
Issues.
But listen. Let me tell you something. I've seen it firsthand how sex can ruin somebody's life. Mm-hmm. My cousin got his first taste of some real pussy. A real experienced pussy, and lost his ever-loving fucking mind.
Oh.
And to this day, he is not right in his fucking head.
Some people can't come back from a poisoned pussy.
Listen, this girl.
I've been there.
This girl would suck his dick anywhere. She'll walk in this room right now and just pull his pants down and suck his dick in front of everybody. She would. Listen, I swear. Listen. One day, I walked in a room, and she was riding his dick. Just riding his dick. I'm talking like riding his shit like with the fucking western, the horse chase scene, right? So I walked in. I'm like, oh shit, like oh. She goes. Well, she was like, oh, like I'm like, oh shit, like. The fuck y'all doing? Like, stop doing this shit. Like, the fuck? And she was like, don't act like you never seen like fuck before. And she just continued, like I wasn't even there. Like, and to everybody else, this was normal, right? This was normal behavior. But for me, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? It's crazy.
Same girl, different body.
Right. And I'm saying, like, she would be like, yo, walk in the room, like, yo, can I talk to you in the bathroom for a second? You go in the bathroom. She's sucking him off, or some shit is going on. It's the most. I'm telling you, if you don't have a strong mind.
But how did that drive him out of his mind?
Because she sucked the soul out of his dick. That's why.
She was just
to the point where it's like he's never experienced nothing like that before.
I went out with a girl just like that. The only difference is
like, do you imagine? It's
hard.
Like if you have a girl, right? If you have a girl, right? Not me, but let's say anybody have a girl, and on special occasions, you're gonna get the special sex, right? So like, oh, she would suck you off, and while you nut, she's sucking the shit out of you, and like, oh my god, like you're like, ah, right, and all of a sudden you fucking weak in the knees and needs to buckle and shit, right? He was getting that every single fucking day. Yeah, he was getting birthday sex every day. Christmas sex, makeup sex, breakup sex, every fucking day.
He's still with this girl?
Mind you, she's older than him, and she was younger. So it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, right?
Things a control thing?
Right? So that's the only way she knew she could control him, so she was controlling the fuck out of him. So you gotta be careful with that, man.
Is he like married to this girl?
Yeah, listen, he's not married to her. They have two kids together. but he still is not in his right frame of fucking mind. And this was about 12, 13 years ago. To this day, he's still trying to recover.
I'm not gonna lie, he probably had 13 real good years of sex. At least he had that, but otherwise his life is just a gray.
Listen, it's gray, and he's heartbroken. He's soul broken. He's spiritually broken. He's broken.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. I'm gonna keep it really real on the record right now.
Go for it.
If I was to do a movie about my sex life, I'd probably be the only one in the movie. But I'm just saying, at this stage of the game, shit. No, it's true. I'd probably just be me in there by myself. But what I'm just saying is, it's not.
Don't say that.
I'm about to be celibate for 2017.
I'm not, and it's not what.
I'm not gonna lie. I think if you're celibate, your soul gets strong.
Hold on. I'm just saying.
I think if you're celibate, you're for a good 5 years or
no. This is not
prison.
This is not celibate by choice.
Let me
Let me explain to you what. Let me say this. It's not by choice.
Spirit,
I got choice that I could, right? But the thing about it is, a lot of women, they really can't handle me. And I'm not talking about physically that I got some big Johnson. They just can't handle me because I'm a person that I like things a certain way. I'm not a demanding person, and I don't feel you. I think I'm very reasonable. I think what it is that when they meet me, my demeanor automatically sets off that. Like, I remember one time a guy told me one day I was bouncing. He's like, you know, the girls are afraid of you because you look like that dude. They're like, what the fuck? What you do the rent money? What you do with the rent money? Did you spend I look like a slap me up type of dude. Like, you spent the rent money on what? Like, but that's not my style. They think that's what I look like, but that's not what I am. But I will put you in your fucking place. Like, I don't tolerate certain things, and I shut shit down from the beginning. Now, I come from an era where women used to respect men from that. They used to, women would the minute a man put her in her fucking place, she's like, that's a man. You know what I'm saying? Not disrespectfully, but a man, but the minute a man, she realized she couldn't walk over a man, she wanted that. If a woman could walk over you, that's nothing. She could toss you the challenge is a dude she can't walk over.
And that's why teachers mess with this.
But here's the thing. That's why teachers mess with. Here's the thing. What women don't see, let's take the teacher thing out of it. Some reason now it's been switched around where they've got to the point where they don't even want the challenges. They want what's easy. They want. Hold up. You have women dating gay dudes now. You have women dating retarded looking dudes. And I shouldn't say that. I should say dudes who just look off because that's disrespectful to the retarded people or people who are autistic. I said, let me just say it. Dudes who look a little off. You know what I'm saying? Something's wrong with them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, okay, I got
it. And other women, of course, and they did everything but men. You know what I'm saying? Like masculinity. Hold on, let me just say this. Masculinity. You know, I was telling. I forgot who I was telling this the other day. You know, when women, I think it was Jamal. I said women say, "Oh, why don't you get in touch with your feminine side?" I'm like, what? You are my feminine side. Women get in touch with I am your masculine side, and you are my feminine side. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, when women, and I'm not saying masculinity has to be being aggressive and lifting weights and strong, but it's just a certain level of Francois said this the other day, earlier. They're trying to break down who you are as a man and have you be submissive. And I think what it is that the roles are reversing. Women want to function like men, and they want the men to function like women. And when they meet men who are not going to adhere to that, they get confused.
Is that way because?
What? Oh, I'm all fucked up trying to figure out this shit.
But for centuries, you gotta understand something, right? See, when I look at things, I just don't look at what's in front of my face. I try to understand the psychological.
From all points of view.
Right, all points of view.
Both sides. Yeah.
So then, historically, women have always been not second, but third or fourth class citizens. Even in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the Bible.
I was just reading the Bible today.
Right? Even in the Bible, women are, Adam and Eve, right? Eve, both of God told both of them, you can have anything on this land you want, but don't eat none from that tree, right? Eve was convinced by the snake in the tree, which was supposed to be the devil, Lucifer, right? To eat the apple. She ate the apple and she fucked up. So she said, fuck it, I'm going to get Adam to eat the apple too. Adam know that he couldn't live without her, That's the reason why she was there in the first place, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? So he bedazzled too, right? God said, because you did that, I'm going to condemn you with period pains and all the other crazy dumb shit, right? So, and then if you look throughout the Bible and then throughout history, you look at all these like historical paintings and figures, it's a bunch of men with men and boys, and there's not that much women, right? So now it's to the point where women feel like the women's movement is kind of like the civil rights movement in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, well, we're like now it's our turn. We're demanding this, and this, and we're gonna do whatever it takes for us to get that. It's the same thing with them. The only difference is that now it's like it's way overdue. The women feel like it's way overdue. Why am I getting paid 77 cents on the dollar when a man's getting $1? You know what I mean?
But here's the thing.
Hold on, right? So like it's way overdue. So now like they feel they need to be more super duper masculine to match. You know what I'm saying?
Well, match what they're getting paid.
No, not when they getting paid. The point I'm trying to make is
to match that.
To match that energy. Like I have to be. I can't be a woman anymore. I have to be just as masculine as a man.
But the problem,
in order for
the real problem with that is that you throw off the ecological balance.
No, you are throwing it off. I'm not saying it is right. I'm not saying it is correct. I'm not saying it at all. But that's part of the reason why that's happening.
Well, let me just say this. The thinking, I'm going to hear Jamal have to say. The thinking of this is illogical, and yes, we're not dealing with a logical mind, but it's illogical because what it is that understand when the women's right movement happened, you had Gloria Steinem. It was met with Anita Bryant was a woman who opposed it, and she said something which is what I'm gonna bring up now. She said she didn't believe in that is because she said if we want to be equality with men, all the perks that we were getting from men will be taken away. In other words, what it is that the women feel that by having that they want the masculinity of men, but without the burden. Understand, those burdens, men, we don't have the opportunity, the excuse to be able for people to forgive us when we do stuff, or excuse us, or excuse our indiscretions. We don't have that opportunity. Women do. We live in a society where women mess up. The man made her mess up, or she messed up because the baby made her trip on the floor, or because the car company didn't put it's not her fault. It's never her fault. Whereas with men, it's our fault no matter what we do. We have to take the blame for it. But here's the thing. So understand something. You got to understand why when you look at history and why, if you watch a movie and you see that a certain indigenous people locked some creature in a cage. Then 10,000 years, some dude come along and the creature takes the creature. Wow, why did they lock you in the cage? And he takes the creature out of the cage and the creature goes on a rampage. Then that dude realizes, now I see why they locked that motherfucker in the cage. This is what's happening. What it is that we were not suppressing women. We knew that once you gave them that certain amount of power, shit would go haywire like this. You know what I'm saying? And would be off, and would upset the ecological balance, because the way shit is it's a circle. It's a dot in the middle, which represents the child. On the outside of that dot is the woman that protects the child, and the outside of that is the man that protects the woman and the child. Once you take away that outside dot, and you just have the woman and the child, and she feel that that's just her and her, you offset everything.
No, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm just like I said. I'm looking at it from all points, right? Mm-hmm. But this is what happens. This is why the LGBT community is so
prominent.
So prominent, and just the same way the feminist community is so prominent, because it's of the same thing. They feel like, well, it's overdue. You know, we have paid our dues to society too. We have done X, Y, Z. Why we're not being treated as equally as everybody else, right? That's
so crazy because no one's treated equally, so I don't know.
No, listen. First of all, listen.
This is like the arguments.
Listen, and you're right. No, you're completely right. You're right. You're completely right. But it's like, is this image, right? Is this image, and everybody will feel like they need to live up to this image. It's like the person who buys every pair of Jordans that come out just to say I have every pair of Jordans. but you don't like all the Jordans. You might like 3 of them.
But you
But
want
you're going to continue to buy it because you're trying to keep up the image of the Jordan fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just dumbest shit in the fucking world. But at the end of the day, this is what happens. This is why we're at where everything is off balance. And you're right. Things are off balance. Households are off balance. You got, listen, you have students, you have kids that's 9, 7, 8, 9 years old have to readjust their whole way of thinking because there's a kid in their class that's a boy that they have to refer to as a girl, or a girl that they have to refer to as a boy, and the teacher has to refer to them as that as well. So that it throws them completely off because they're 7, 8 years of life. They know a boy being a boy and a girl being a girl. So how come Allie all of a sudden want to be called Steven and treated like Steven? You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
So everything, I'm saying everything.
Let me say
everything
something.
right now.
It doesn't matter. I feel like this. And no disrespect.
Let me stop you. On that, I feel like I'm not sure if it's America in itself, but I feel like people now today as we live, they feel like anything they want they can have. And that's really where everything comes from. No matter what.
But I think
there's no barrier. There's
right.
Physical, mental. If that's what you want, you should be able to have it.
But America is the epicenter of all the imbalance. Because if you go travel the world and you come back, you're like, this place is fucking nuts.
Let me just say this. Let me say this. If he's right, but I feel like that's where the discipline comes in, and that's why there's laws and things. Because if people start thinking, well, if I can get anything I want, so a dude just says, what I want right now, I want to go kill everybody in McDonald's, and I feel I should have that. I feel I should be able to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't have everything you want. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they're doing.
Exactly. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point of social engineering, is making people feel like this is what it is, and it's like that's just that.
But they eliminate consequence.
Right. Exactly. So they remove all the barriers, and you see it straight through. But you're not. But before, when we was growing up, we knew why. Right.
But here's the thing.
Knew what
the laws of physics and the laws of the jungle do not ignore consequences. You could say, I feel like going over there and cursing that lion out. Well, when the lion take your head
off, your face off, don't say nothing.
Everybody's, what are you going to say now?
Right?
Oh my gosh, my hand! There's a joke a friend of mine told me. He said, what did the lion say to the man with no arms? He said, damn, you ain't learned the first time? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's one of the things. It's one of the things where you gotta look at it that they might be taking the law of consequences away, but there is a law of consequences that you cannot. You fall off a building, you're gonna get hurt. You know what I mean? Unless you're fucking Superman. You cannot ignore. They want to dumb people down, control people's minds so much where they feel that you can do anything and get away with it. No one's getting away with it.
Right.
You clearly see that you do something, you're going to jail. You shoot back, the nigga's gonna shoot you. You go fucking with the lion, he's gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? You do this is gonna happen to you. There is consequences to these things.
But see, the problem is this. Once again, go back to this whole social engineering thing. When you attack the youth, the mind of the youth, right?
Dave, yeah, you're right.
When you attack the mind of the youth, that's when you're gonna win.
Yeah, you have a generation.
Right, so that you're gonna raise a generation to operate the way you want them to operate.
You're right.
See, they can't control us. They can't control us at all. That's why they have to, like Mike Brown. When Mike Brown got shot and killed in Ferguson, one of the things that I noticed was that they left him out in the street for 4 hours. Right?
Yeah.
Right? That was to act the fuck up. Act up. This is gonna be you. Fuck around if you want. You know what I'm saying? It was a subliminal message.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yes.
But most people didn't get it. They just, oh my God, the innocent black dude got shot in the street. Yeah, he did. Innocent, yes. Right? He was assassinated, executed, right? But what happened after that, the way they handled it after that, it was a message to let you know, hide your kids, hide your fucking wife. You know what I'm saying? Anybody act up, this was gonna be the end.
Well, the thing,
And there was a message to the young generation, not to us. Cause like I said, because we're over with, right? As far as in their eyes, that was a generation. That was a message for the younger generation. And then a string of the age limit of kids that was getting killed by officers went lower and lower and lower the years after.
Yeah, years after. Okay, I'm gonna give you a story that you both know, and Jamal probably knows this. I don't know if everybody here has read H.G. Wells' Time Machine, and in H.G.
No,
Wells,
I haven't read that book.
Okay, H.G. Wells' Time Machine.
Yeah. I watched the movie.
Okay, in H.G. Wells' Time Machine, basically what's going on right now is what's kind of mirroring the movie in the sense that when he came from a time past, so he saw what the world was. He was a professor. He had knowledge. The world had destroyed itself through whatever nuclear atomic bombs, whatever had happened. He saw it go to the future, technology, everything. He saw it all, right? Because he was in a time machine. When the world was rebuilt back up, the people of that world were young and naive. They were raised to not fight back and to be victims and cattle. So when he got there, and these underground people who were the remnants of the old world, who had the knowledge of the old world and the technology and the power of the brain power of the old world, they were using it to enslave the young ones and feed off of them, which is what's happening now. So when he got there and they were being kidnapped, and he's like, I've noticed I don't see any old people here. Where are all the old people? And then he's like, oh, we don't talk about them. They just go away. And the reason why is because you realize that anytime you attack colonize a people, you get rid of the old, because the old can give the information to the young. Well, you know what? This is the such the hill people. This is how you kill them. You know what I'm saying? So they got rid of the source, and they fed off of them. And he told them, he said, look, he fought back, and they were like, we've never seen that before. And he's like, sometimes you have to fight back. He said, y'all never went looking for your people. He brought knowledge to them. You know what I'm saying? And what it was saying is that there will always be one man. There will one man to bring knowledge to those who don't have. That's what the theory of the Christ is. If you look at every movie we've ever seen, from The Matrix to Terminator, what all these movies saying, from Riddick to everything, is that when the world is sheep, there will always be one person that's not going to bow down, and is going to fight back.
In the
But the problem
of the blind, the one-eyed
man is king. Problem with that, though, is that they perfected it to where they will get the sheep to destroy the person that's coming to save them. You know what I'm saying? So they have the sheep now so brainwashed that you're telling them, look, you can be free, take the collar off your neck. And they're so used to having the collar on that once it's the birds in the cage thing. The birds so used to be in the cage, you open the door of the cage and you say, yo, y'all can go wherever the fuck you want. They're going to stay in there because they're used to staying in the cage and being fed and being taken care of, and they don't even realize that freedom is right there to go out to. So I think that's what's happening right now. People are being conditioned to do that.
That and what you said, Francois, about the 4 hours, do you think that's an effective message? Like that message really carried through?
Well, the thing is, I don't think any of the youth knew what was going on.
Right, but it's
no. Not for them.
It's a message. It's a message to the youth, but also to us, which is their parents, right, and their aunts and their uncles, right.
So it's an effective message for you.
For us, right? So it's like
we did work.
So like we will kill your children.
That did work.
You know what I'm saying? But the children were like, man, fuck you. Cause like I tell people all the time. This establishment, this society is afraid of the kids. Because the kids now don't give a fuck. White, black, green, yellow, pink, purple, gay, straight. These motherfuckers are clicking up together and they don't give a fuck about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you take all the kids from Brownsville right now and put them back in 1929. South Carolina somewhere, and put whites only, black skin, whites only. Bitch, fuck you. You come over there, I'm gonna slap a shot you. And you know what I'm saying? They're gonna tear their whole shit the fuck up. They don't give a fuck about nothing. They have no fear. They're not even scared of their own fucking parents.
Yeah, but okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what you see. But here's the thing. Okay,
don't care.
I'm gonna quote a line from a song by one of the artists from LA's from a group called Freestyle Fellowship. H. Alone. He said, "You're either a slave or Jesus got you saved, or you don't know how to behave, but you're brave. A mixed up African with a single finger wave." He's basically saying you're either a slave to the system, or Jesus got you saved, or you don't know how to behave, but you're brave. You know what I'm saying? So he's basically saying that okay, they are brave, but they haven't. They're the rebel with no cause. They're not fighting with no structure. You just okay, they blame whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm flinging shots at even my own people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how the establishment's gonna win because they're taking away all the gang leaders. They're taking away all the people that they're quote unquote big homies, right? They're taking them out. They're taking them out of the picture, right? And they're just leaving them in the fucking room and do whatever you want to do.
And they've been doing that.
Well, look. Well, what was another point in that book when he went to the library and he touched the books and what happened to the books? They fell apart.
Yeah, fell apart. Yeah,
it was
because nobody was reading them.
Because no one was reading. What's going on now? We got Instagram, we got Twitter.
People don't want to read no more.
We got all these other things, and they just came out recently in this new millennial thing. A lot of kids are being born now. So
audio books.
So now audio books are coming out. Yeah, but no one even wants that. You know what I mean?
You know what? Rico Love is an artist named Rico Love, and he did a video, and in the video he was like, "Yo, like, do you understand how dumb you fucking dudes are now? Because you guys don't want to read." He says, you guys got smartphones, and the smartphones are reading for you. Audiobooks is reading for you. She says, and they're like, they was comparing the old artists to the new artists, right? He said, at 19 years, he said, I don't want to hear no excuses about how old you are. At 19 years old, Nas made Illmatic, right? At 19 years old, Mobb Deep made Shook Ones. You know what I'm saying? At 19 years, Tupac made. Here's referencing, right? And it's like, so you can't tell me that they had way less than what kids have now. Access to information, the whole 9 yards. You cannot tell me that the type of music that they're making now is okay.
Yeah, but let me say something about that. You're right. But here's the thing about Nas and Mobb Deep. Nas and Mobb Deep had Large Professor and Q-Tip, who were older, as tutors to help them. You know what I'm saying? They had them as tutors.
These guys have tutors too.
Large Professor and Q-Tip taught Nas and Mobb Deep how to make beats. Right. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. They taught them and they developed their own style too. But here's where it gets interesting. Nas and Mobb Deep were still smart enough to know, though they were probably dropped out of high school, they had enough education and enough grasp of the English language to actually put together a rhyme. In other words, they took a little bit of the streets thing, whatever, a little bit they learned in school, and they combined it both. Because remember, those were perilous times we were dealing with the drug thing. And, I mean, you can't be a drug dealer and not know how to do math. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. Most drug dealers should be good at math. You cannot be a fucking drug dealer and not be good at math. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Just what I always say, a drug dealer should be able to teach math.
Listen, let me tell you something.
And a prostitute should be able to teach sex education.
Listen.
Fuck that shit.
Listen,
you know
The
what I'm
Wire. Remember that show, The Wire? It was an episode of the show where the kid Mac Wiles. Because Mac Wiles, the artist Mac Wiles, he was on the show The Wire. I forgot his name. I think it was Michael on the show. And he had like younger brothers and sisters. And he was trying to show his brother how to do math. And his brother didn't understand it at all. So he had to use street terms. He was like, if I give you a pack, and it's a 500 pack, and you sold this, and blah, 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 how much money you bring back to me? And like he broke the whole shit down, and his brother knew. His brother's like 8, 9 years old, right? He knew, he knew, but when he explained to them the scholastic way, as far as school is concerned, academic way, he didn't understand that shit for nothing.
I saw the same thing in Little House on the Prairie. I was watching Little House on the Prairie one day, and one of the kids, he was like kind of like a wayward kid, and they brought him to school, and the teacher was teaching math, and he was able to count. And she's like, "Wow, that's very nice, math. How did you do that, Matthew?" He said, "Well, you gotta count fast when you're shooting craps." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and everybody's laughing. But at the end of the day, you really think about it, him shooting craps made him the smartest kid as far as that is. And he would always just be able to apply that. And maybe that's the way he was able to learn, but he was always able to apply that. But that doesn't mean he's stupid. But he's not a stupid kid.
But hold on, though. Hold on. That's why they had to break up this whole drug dealing thing. Because a lot of the drug dealers, even the kids that's moving the packs for the guys on the block, they're making $20 off a pack, right?
Mm.
They figure, damn, I'm making $20 off a pack, but if I'm his top seller, I might get 30 off a pack. So they're gonna go out there and they're gonna be grinding hard, 30 off a pack, right? And then at some point they became the guy that was giving the packs out, right? They moved up. Now you don't gotta do the packs, you don't sell the packs no more. You're gonna give the packs out and collect the money. Oh, you're going from giving the packs out to collecting the money. Now you're going from collecting the money from going with him to cop. You know what I'm saying? And breaking the debt. You know what I'm saying? So you moving up, but it's like you're learning street slang, or you're learning through the street, but you're being educated in business. See what I'm saying? So then now if you go to school and just apply this much academics to what you learn on the street, you're fucking unstoppable.
Yes.
Right?
True.
So they had to find a way to stop that. And by that, they was doing mass incarceration, of locking motherfuckers up. They was making you to be scared to death to sell drugs.
And that's how that. And then okay, so we're gonna add that on to. Hold on, we're gonna add that on to. That whole hand-to-hand era was we got Giuliani came and killed that.
Giuliani.
Hold on. Let me just say this: killed that. Then you started having gentrification because New York. We started seeing New York changing, right? New York started to change because it started going from. I actually saw hip hop change with it. Hold on, let me just say this. Change with it. I remember women, the last era, and women still like thugs and stuff like that, but the last era of that full thug thing was with 50 Cent. After that, when Kanye came in, let me say this. When Kanye came in, Kanye brought the cool nerd shit in. It was Kanye and Pharrell. They brought the being a nerd because what it did was, this is what it did. It made women go from say, fuck it, I'm not gonna fuck with this street dude because I now have an office job. And hold up, I'm being invited to
galas.
Yeah, exactly. I'm being invited to art parties. You know what I'm saying? With upper class people, and I can't bring this asshole with me.
I know where the thing goes.
Exactly, but I could bring that little nerdy dude who kind of dresses a little, trendy metrosexual dude with me to this thing, and then that's when I started seeing that drug slowly that hardcore thug shit, and everybody started dating. Women started moving more into the corporate thing, and they started wanting to deal with guys who were more corporate with them, whether it was black or white.
What's the whole idea? The idea of the snake going to Eve and giving her the apple, yeah, I get it. But really, I think the Bible's a bunch of stories.
It's allegories, man.
It's allegories. The snake is not necessarily going to Eve. It's going to Adam. At least in my opinion. The snake is the woman. A woman will grab onto whatever trends are going on. Like a snake, they'll scoop around and go, ooh, nerdy dudes. Ooh, thug dudes. Ooh, all this shit.
So you're saying that the snake went to Eve to get to Adam?
The snake went to Adam. And the story was written differently.
I agree. I see where you're coming from, but I think
the snake is the woman.
I get what you're saying, but I felt like the snake would go to...
the woman is going crazy, like thinking it's the snake talking, but it's really
her.
None of that shit.
Yeah, it was Adam the whole time. There was no woman. It was Adam, and he got convinced by the snake. And then everyone says, "Oh, it was Adam and Eve." No, it was just Adam. It was just Adam, and then he got convinced by the snake, and the tree of knowledge came, and then women were born from that.
I could agree. I could see where you're coming from with that. I think
that's a very interesting.
It's a very interesting look on it, and I think it could be done in so many ways. Like you say, that
I'm only saying that because of these trends right now. If you see these trends right now, like you said, G Unit, of course, and he even came out with some songs. Niggas, you a pussy, you scared. I can hear your heart, stuff like that. Kanye, I don't even know. Oh, wake up, good morning, wake up with the little teddy bear and stuff like that. Song about roses. You're right, and then no one really liked him until he acted like he was a thug with that dumb Taylor Swift shit, which no one really cared about except girls watching that, and they would go, "Oh, I love Kanye now," or some shit like that. Now all of a sudden that's popular. You know what I mean?
You're right.
They're moving with the trend. It's just like a snake.
I think
if you can't see that, then think about it.
I think when you're talking about it in those terms, right? I think Q-Tip and what was it? 3 Feet Rising.
De La Soul.
De La Soul. They kind of brought that in, but it was so much grittiness in hip hop at the time. They got overlooked.
Well, yes and no, because hold up, that was a different time because I'm gonna tell you why. The house scene was going on around that time, and during that time, it was the village was going on. Everybody was going to the village, and the village was a place to where you, no matter who you are, you could be yourself. Whether you dress Afrocentric, punk rock, whatever, gay, straight, you could be yourself. It was that era was when they came up with Me, Myself, and I was saying, be whatever the fuck you be yourself. Right. Now, hold up. Now it's everybody is an archetype of everybody else. There's no after 9/11, I think people got scared into groupthink. They were telling people think on your own. Like if you make your own hairstyle and hang an apple over it, everybody likes that.
That's not really. I mean, right now the main thing that I see. Not saying you're wrong, but I feel like you see it, but you're neglecting the whole. Everyone has a brand kind of thought process, a business kind of thought process that's really taking over people's movement more than just like a emotional thing. It's all about a business ideal brand. Like
well,
brand
that's true. That's me. That's
a few years ago, no one knew what the fuck a brand was.
Well, here's the
now
thing.
everyone uses brand.
The reason why is because in that time, the corporations didn't know how big hip hop would get. Now, back then, they were now starting. They didn't think it was gonna last. And Now the deals that people are getting are much more elaborate than deals that people were getting back then. And they also realized two things. The corporations are also run by the elite. So they realized this music can influence a generation of people. So we have to control the people who make the music and control the music. That way we can control the music and we can control the kids. So if we throw, who's going to turn down money? Fame and girls and all that. We throw a set of money at them. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing: it takes 10 years to indoctrinate the society in something. So if you run an idea, if you run an idea of wearing a pink shirt, and all macho men wear pink shirts for 10 years, by year 9, everybody's gonna be it's in everybody's head. That's what men do. You know what I'm saying? Then it takes another 10 years to take that out of people's heads. Right. You come on year 10. On year 10, you say, you know what? We're gonna switch it. We're gonna make it blue shirts.
Listen, let me tell you something. First of all, I'm a grown ass man. All right. I like wearing pink shirts before Kanye West came to the picture. The second of all, I understand what you're saying. It takes 10 years for organic land to be considered organic.
Yeah.
Right. So I get the whole concept of that. But I feel like I said, I feel like music, like this pop culture and all that stuff right now. I feel like it's not for the better. It's for the worse. You know what I'm saying? No. It's for the worse. It's not for the better.
No.
Because
Because everyone feels that way during that time.
No.
Every time has that same.
No.
Yes.
I'm saying now more than ever.
No.
People are more dumbed down now than they are more. People are more followers now more than ever. More than ever.
I don't know.
Well, you're sort of right. Beyonce's got 80 million, something like that, followers on whatever her thing is.
Right, more than ever. There's more.
She's got her own religion.
Listen, there's more.
She's got her own cult. She's got her own army. Literally, there's enough people to make her own army.
Yeah, I'm saying, listen.
But that's true of any period.
Listen.
I agree.
Let me tell you something. I work in a school, right?
Yeah.
I work in a school, and like I said, I have kids. My son's 11 years old, and I noticed that when she put on one of them dumbass songs, they automatically. Next time when you're out and about, pay attention. You see a group of kids, and you just see
kids. You got some adults doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was up in the Heights, and there were 5 grown men. They're like, "Oh, we're making a music video. Look." You know, they wanted someone to hold the camera.
But the craziest thing is
that's all they did all day.
It's like as soon as they hear it, they go. It's like they can't control that. See, back then, when you heard a song, what did we do? Nod our heads, right? We just nodded our heads. We didn't go do some fucking suspect ass dance.
Well, that's because they were lyrics.
Twinkle
in
and,
the song.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, like, so like, that's what I'm saying.
But the thing is that there was disco at the same time that there was rap that you're talking about. When you would nod your heads, some people went out to the disco and they would do the same thing.
But
They
that's
would
not
do
the
some other
average.
thing.
But that wasn't the average person. The average person wasn't going out to in Soul Train, right? When Soul Train dances was coming down, only specific Soul Train dancers would be coming down their line doing all of this shit right here, right?
That's true.
Not, I'm saying the other guys on the side like, man, listen, fuck that shit. I'm over with this bitch over here. I'm trying to take her home out this Soul Train.
That's true. Yeah.
Motherfuckers were trying to. Everybody was coming on the Soul Train line. You go to a party. Everybody wasn't in the dance floor doing the kid and play. We had motherfuckers on the wall, dubbing like this. You know what I'm saying? So,
I do one better. Okay, let's take it this way. There's an artist named Major Hype, which I'm gonna try to get him on one of our shows.
Manager I.
Major Hype. Shout out to Major Hype. He broke down. He had this comparison of the music, and he said calypso music back in the days. Dee di do, di di dee di do. Calypso soca music today. Get something on wave. And he basically what he was trying to say is that back then it was more fun.
It was simple.
It was just fun and simple.
was
Now it's like yes, everybody just this
Like
kind of
you-
like aggressive.
No, like even in production, and you could you and Eric could attest to this, right? Even in music production, right? Back then, you had a machine that had 2 seconds of sampling time. These guys were supposed to be so stupid and dumb, they figured out how to take the 2 second, turn it into 4 second, and turn the 4 second into 8 seconds.
Yeah.
A machine that was only intended to sample for 2 seconds. They had the ingenuity to figure out how to flip that from 2 to 4 to 8.
By re-recording the 4, the 2
Right?
and the 4 and the 4.
Right? You know what I'm saying? They figured out a whole system that wasn't even created.
No.
See what I'm saying? But people have the production now. If it don't have a yeah or a whoa and the beat not high, right? If it don't sound like it's Offset or it sound like maybe Kanye made it or Travis Scott has something to do with the beat or Metro Boomin or it don't sound like a Will.I.am or Michael made a track, it ain't hot, right? So if you go to YouTube right now and go to beats, right? You look up Tiger Lil Wayne type beat. You have hundreds of postings of beats that sound like Lil Wayne.
But
I'm saying
let me say something about that. That should show you how marketing can fuck with people. Let me tell you why.
And that's my point.
Let me tell you why. I give you an example. I remember one time to show you how people will fuck with you. You can fuck with people. I made some beats one time, and I told people, "Yo, this is some new Dilla shit." This is when Dilla was rocking and popping, and it's like, "Oh, that shit is hot. This is the bass line is sick." Then I let him rock with that for like 5 minutes, and I was like, "Nah, I really made this shit." Yo, son, you need to turn the bass a little bit. Make the snare a little bit more thing. Now, when you thought it was Dilla, it was the hottest shit in the fucking world.
Fuego.
But the minute I said it was me, so basically, it's the same fucking track. Nothing changed in the 5 minutes. I remember watching Black Sheep when they performed "The Choice Is Yours" on Video Music Box, right? They came out with Flavor in the Air, right? Everybody loved the video. Flavor of the Month. Everybody loved the video, right? Because they saw the visuals, right? That's when you realize that this is a generation of audio visual. They didn't have "The Choice Is Yours" video didn't come out yet. They just performed the song, and people were like, Next month, the video dropped. It was the dopest song in the fucking world. I'm like, nothing changed in the fucking song.
Yeah.
Nothing changed in the song. But on his, but actually, no. You know what? Let me correct myself. It did, because the version that he performed on Video Music Box was the original version. The version that everybody loves, that we've come to know, is the one with the Ron Carter bass line that everybody did. He did that. He said it in a documentary that he did that a year after because he was tired of the version that he did. He thought he could do better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that I'll give him that.
But my whole thing is that, like I said earlier, people have access to more, but they're doing less. When people have access to less, they're doing more.
No.
Yes, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Well, I think with Jamal,
Creativity was at an all-time high when they had less.
No.
I
It's
agree.
different.
People have more and they're doing less.
No. They don't.
They're reading less.
It's
They're
evolving
studying
into
less.
something
They're
else.
researching less. They're doing everything
You're right
less.
about that.
They're not doing anything more. They're doing everything less.
Everything's given to you. You have to
Exactly.
search it out.
Exactly.
If you can take a pill and get slim, you're gonna take the pill and get slim. Versus if you got to work
work
out,
out,
do
exactly.
work for
That's
the
what we're promoting. I mean, not necessarily promoting,
yeah,
but
but
that's,
everything is still there.
that's
It's
what we
just
expect. You know?
Everything is.
there's a lot of smoke and mirrors.
It's instant.
But it's all what it was before. Mozart and Bach were rock stars back then. Now who do we got? Got the rappers and the rock stars now. We just
You
it's
got
just-
Bruce, you got
it's a-
Bruce Springsteen.
it's harder to see that. It's just harder. It was simpler to see that then, but it also wasn't because back then they didn't have technology, so it was just as hard to see.
The tech, but the technology.
What are you saying? It made you more creative, though. It made you.
It made you
the
more
less you
creative.
have, the
You
more
did
have.
you did have Leonardo da Vinci, who made the submarine, the helicopter, the Mona Lisa, physics. He made the man with all those on. That guy, man.
And we learned from.
Exactly. I mean, I put it like
He
this.
learned from nature. That's
Exactly.
the thing.
Exactly. If I grew up where kids went outside and made skelly, right? We made skelly thing. Just the game of it itself.
It's like marbles.
The marbles and
It's
skelly.
like
Just think about it, right?
Okay,
Now you're
before
living in a
you
time where you don't even have to go outside. You stand and put in something and
Yeah.
see graphics and man shooting up and game and
Yeah.
play a video game with a motherfucker in another country and y'all both shooting up at a target and talking to somebody. So you know what I'm saying? Versus you and your friends in your neighborhood getting together to, you know what I'm saying? Where we're all in the room together or all outside in the street playing skelly. You know what I'm saying?
We're playing
We don't
pitch,
even have to be in the
playing
same.
cards.
Yeah, we don't even have to be in the same vicinity where we could play a video game.
I can
You
play
could be-
Words with Friends with
you could-
Jamal.
You could be and be
Home,
him.
you know, and
He
you
home at
home,
his
and he
house.
home, and I'm playing Words
John
with
is
Friends
home
with.
at his house. I'm home at
I'm
my
playing
house.
Words with Friends with you
And-
guys,
and
and
we
we
all
don't.
in
Why
the
we
same
just come in the same room and just play Scrabble?
And I believe exactly. I believe he's right.
It's winter time. No
No,
one's
no,
going.
I agree, I
And
agree.
meanwhile, Christmas, it was like 80 degrees. It was so fucking hot outside.
But I believe
You know what I mean?
that
But
that's
that's
what
my
they're
point I'm
going.
trying to make. People
that-
are doing. People have way more.
Yeah, but
But
also
they're doing
nature,
less.
even nature, because
No,
that's
I
the
understand
master
what
teacher
you're
is
saying,
nature.
but
The master teacher.
the nature of how these things come about is to give you that less work.
No.
Yes.
No,
That's why
your brain's supposed to always be working at its highest capacity at all times. Like the moment that happens, parts of your brain start to shut
Yeah,
down,
right.
and you don't
read enough.
you don't.
You start to became lazy. It's like
Exactly.
It's like
Yeah, but it's not like we can't go to the library. I mean, I just got an
No,
email
no.
from
Okay.
He's right. He's right. What he's saying is if you don't exercise your limbs, they get stiff. If you don't work a certain muscle.
I know. I got
it
injured when I was like 15, and all my muscles went stiff because I was like, I'm not going to physical therapy. 3 years later, I couldn't move my arm, I couldn't move my leg, my hip, my
If you
jaw.
don't use a muscle, you
I
start to
had to
lose
start
it.
running and eating
You start
healthy.
to lose it.
If you don't read for 10 years, then don't read a book for 5 years, and then pick a book up. You'll sound illiterate.
Dude, I find myself now. Yo, hold on. Let's even do this one better. Because of spell
Oh,
check.
shit.
Because of spell check, I have to go back and start
Take it.
regaining my
gotta
vocabulary.
take that shit
Because
off
of
your phone.
spell check, I forget how to spell certain words. That I'm like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to get?
Meanwhile, I
how to
get
forget
annoyed
this
at
shit?
spell check because I'm typing something and they don't type a
And
different
it's
word
like,
for me.
okay, I'll do
Right,
you one.
I hate that
hold on,
shit.
I'll
The
do you
fuck?
one better.
It's
I'll do
worse.
you one better. Before cell phones, I can remember when I ask yourself this question. Before cell phones, I could remember every fucking body.
Phone number.
I could remember my mother's phone number, girlfriend's phone number if I had them. I would remember every fucking body's number. At least the 4 people numbers. If I had a girl that I
people.
called every day,
Look,
my mother, my grandmother.
When I first had a cell
my
phone,
uncle.
I couldn't text because texting cost like $1 million for some reason. And well, I wasn't texting. I only remembered, I think, 3, maybe 4 numbers. Actually 4. My best friend, my grandma's house, my mom's number, and my own number. That's it.
Yeah.
I didn't need to remember any other numbers.
I
done.
still remember my wife's number to this day. When I first met her, I still remember her phone number. I remember the phone number to my house to this day. I mean,
Well,
not
same.
the first, not the whole number, but I remember at least the
My
last
mother's
4.
numbers haven't changed neither. But I'm
Yeah,
saying like
yeah,
I say this to say
exactly.
that the technology made it to where we don't have to remember these things. We don't
But-
have to use memory.
But then you become
to remember these.
docile. You become docile.
Right,
You're easier to
you
control.
become dependent.
It's
You're right,
possible.
and you become
It's
dependent on the
It's possible.
technology.
It's the truth. You don't read a book for 5 years and then pick up a book and then read it out loud. You will sound
I
stupid.
don't see how you could use the internet and not read. Reading is a major
No,
component of
no,
it.
no. I understand what you're saying, but okay. Listen, there's people who don't fucking read. Nothing.
Because you don't have to.
They will skim through. Hold
on, not even that. I mean, I skim through. So, but here's the thing. Now, the technology is where you don't even have to read
you
the
don't
internet.
have to read now.
Internet. You get the
You
computer.
gotta let. My mom just got Alexa, right? She's like, I hate Alexa. I don't want it, but someone got it for her.
You just let the computer read it. Oh, I want to find an article about Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton was born.
Yeah, exactly.
On your phone, you got Siri. Hey Siri, find a picture of Forrest Whitaker, and she's gonna do it for you. You're not doing this no more. So before you know it,
You know why? The person that made that is highly educated. So for them, it's like, yeah, I want this. So when it gets all the way to everyone else, it's doing the effect that no one thought of.
exactly. So it's like now, the smartphone is making people dumb. They're dumb with a smartphone. The phone is smarter than the phone is literally
They
smarter
never said
than
you were gonna be. It's a phone that's smart.
the phone is literally smarter than the people who have the phone.
Well, that's because they rely on the phone instead of relying on.
And this is my point I'm trying to make. Everybody, like back in the day, we had less, we did more. We was more creative. Listen, think about the lies you had to come up with to get away with some shit from your moms. Think about it. Like, damn, okay, boom. And then you have to get everybody on board with
Yeah,
you.
but think about
You
the stuff
understand?
she
Now it's
believed
like-
back then.
Now it's like, listen, why are you coming here at 4:30? Because I am. And what you gonna do about it? Nothing. And they're gonna walk to their room and it's like, you know what? I wanna fuck him up, but he's gonna call the police on me, so I'm gonna leave him alone. You see what I'm saying?
So that person has
some
more
parents.
knowledge now.
Some
This
parents.
is what I'm saying. They don't have more. They have knowledge, but not the right knowledge.
Oh, okay.
They have the wrong knowledge.
Nah, my nephews.
Because you have
my
when
nieces
parents-
and
hold on.
nephews are still getting beat
Hold on,
up.
hold on. When kids are calling the police on their parents,
It's because those parents suck. They gotta beat their kids up, man. I
that
have to
means-
say
no,
it live. They
no,
gotta.
that
The
means
kid needs that.
that means that society has gotten to a point where the parents are now afraid of their children.
Parents. It's not the kids.
Right?
It's
And then
the parents that are
and the
afraid.
police is gonna come to your house and lock you up. They're not gonna say, well, hold on, wait. You? How old are you?
But at the same
I'm
time,
8. So you call us on your mom or your dad because you did something wrong? Man, get your stupid ass inside. You know what I'm saying? And don't call us again unless it's for something real. That's not gonna happen.
no, the cops will do that. It
depends on
You
where
got
you're
different
at.
parents. You got different cops.
It depends on where you're at. In New York City, you're going to fucking jail if the police are called to your house.
I'm saying it
and
depends on what kind of
you're
cops
going to
you
jail.
have and what kind of neighborhood
You're
you're
going
in.
to jail.
Let me just say
You're
something.
going to prison.
Let me just say
This is not
he's right. He's
the
right.
suburbs.
He's right about that because let me tell you something. When
Even
even
if
the
it's
domestic,
not so.
even the domestic violence thing changed in the 70s when the cops, if you called 70s, even up to maybe the late 80s.
Early 90s.
Let me just say this: if you call the cops, you argue with your girlfriend call the cops will come by. What's the problem? All right, yo, son, check this out, homie. Just
Go for a couple hours.
Go for a walk around the block. But then what happened was, dude would go for a walk around the block and come back and still be mad and kill the girl. So now they gotta take you in. They gotta take you in, even if they call you, your girl calling, and they come and she said, "No, it's okay. We can just fight."
Even if you call this kid, Erick live here, right? Let's say his ex-girl come knock on the door right now, and he said, "Listen, my ex-girl's at my door. She's knocking and kicking my door. She make a lot of noise. Can you please just come get her away from me?" Right? By the time they get to that door, and they get to the door, they're pulling him to the side and they're cuffing him. They put her to the side and they ain't cuffing her. That's just what it is. So at the end of the day, society has gotten to a point where nobody thinks for themselves. Everybody else is allowing other people to think for them. They're allowing society to think for them. They're allowing smartphones to think for them. They completed the thing for them.
Oh,
They're
and
thinking for
which
themselves.
brings me to another thing. I should say this for the listeners, male listeners. Period. If you can try to befriend a lawyer or have a card of a lawyer, if you ever get locked up, you want to have somebody that can call you and get you out of fucking overnight. You don't want to spend more than 2 nights in no central.
Because they're gonna make you eat them sandwiches.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Peanut butter and honey? Is
Yeah,
that what you're talking about? Fucking one piece of turkey and cheese.
Oh, you got turkey?
Sandwiches.
No.
No, I got peanut butter and honey. I'm just saying maybe you get lucky and you get turkey.
You got peanut butter?
Listen, I had. Listen,
I don't know if it's
listen,
real, but
listen,
it's peanut butter.
Listen, I somehow finagled the officers to buy me shit from the vending machine. I did not eat that bullshit. Listen, I have a way with words, man.
This what?
I have a way with words.
Yeah, it was like, look, motherfucker, I don't belong here. And you can clearly see,
Listen,
I don't
bro.
smell like the rest of these motherfuckers. But by the 2
And
days that I've been
an
here,
Italian dude.
I will smell like these dudes.
There's an
Italian dude.
Okay, that's funny.
An Italian dude, like one of the like WrestleMania looking fucking motherfuckers. Italian dude. He was the one. He was the one
Sounds like an Albanian
that
dude,
was
doesn't it?
buying me. I was giving him money, and he was going to the vending machine, and he was coming back probably 10, 20 minutes after, and he was like bringing me like little Snickers and shit like that. And I'm saying, and people are like, yo, how are you doing
He
that?
was a shyster.
I'm like, you know why? Because you want to yell and scream at them and talk shit to them. And treat them like they're human beings too. They got a job to do.
And they're already frustrated. They gotta be
Yeah, that's the way of the wise, man. Not so many people know.
Exactly.
Listen, I made like 7 phone calls. Asked dudes in there, didn't yo, what?
Because the dudes I was with, and I probably could have got a phone call, but I didn't want to make a phone. I had no one to call. The dudes that were in there were like, oh, look at you, honey, look at that. A grandfather was next to me going, look at that hot bitch right there, kid. It looks great. And I'm just like, we got 15, 20 of you who want phone calls. You're screaming. They're coming. They're not even giving us sandwiches because of you.
Yeah.
And then they're wondering why shit's not happening.
I'll tell you one better. When I got arrested when in 1989. I'll tell the story.
That's what you're here.
Yeah, right. 1989, right? So what happened was a friend of mine stole a car. We drove a ride. We came back. We went all the way to fucking Coney Island. Came back. We saw some cats. I went to Prosper Heights. We saw some cats we had beef with. I, like a fool, said, all right, you know, one of my boys lived up in Evansfield, and my other boy who sold the car, he lived closer to me. So I said, look, I'll give you, I'll keep you company. You drop my boy off, and then ride back down and drop me off. Because he gonna drop me off first. I wish to this day that I made a decision for him to drop me off first. I just been hearing that the two of them got locked. But anyway, we get locked. While we in there, we in the first holding because we get to the second holding, right? There's a dude and then we all got handcuffs on behind our back. One dude, we get in there, he just talking shit and fuck y'all and me and my man Sean, we gonna have the drugs and that, right? He spit. Like, they got the public defender coming in and ask you questions and stuff. He spit on the public defender. All right, boom, talking shit. Middle of the night, everybody's sleeping, quiet. All of a sudden, COs come in, take a box, put it over his head, and whipped his ass in front of all of us. Everybody was just like, everybody got up, and everybody just did one of these. CO was like, anybody else want some? Everybody just went down like, you know what I'm saying? They put the box on so you couldn't see who was getting whipped from, right? That was the first night. Second night, we moved to somewhere else. We had a crap safe with everything. Now keep in mind, my boy that stole the car, for some reason it wasn't even like a fucking prison stay, because he slept through the whole thing. Me and my other boys sitting there like, damn, our mom's just gonna kill us. And because we didn't even steal, but the dude who stole the car, he was sleeping, he was told that he found a place and he just was out. Right?
Good for him.
That was his way of his way of shutting down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sitting in there. There's a dude, the bully of the cell now. It's a cell full of black dudes. 2 white boys come in. Right? First of all, before we go in there, the bully of the cell, I remember Bonita Applebone came out, right? And it was that summer. And there was a big dude, he had a shirt ripped. And he's like, yeah, I like that song by LL Cool J, Bonita Applebone. I started to correct him, but I was like, nah, let him just go around with his fantasies. I was like, yeah, man, that's a dope song. I started to tell him, it's not this track. I was like, nah, if I correct him in front of everybody else, I'm getting my ass whipped. I was like, yeah, that's a dope song. I was like, shit, I got to get the fuck out of here. Anyway, 2 white boys come in. They make these two white boys stand up by the toilet all night. He's like, he sent this boy and said, told the white boy, he said, yo, my shirt is ripped. I want your shirt. Like, go take your shirt off and gave it to him. He said, yo, in the morning, don't even eat your breakfast. Just come and bring it to me, else I'm gonna have everybody in here fuck you up. The next morning came, white boy came and gave him his breakfast. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking like this, I'm glad it's better them than me. Cause, you know what I'm saying? At this stage of the game, you packed in a cell, it's summertime, it's hot, there's no room, everybody's sitting down there, you know, cramped up. I had a little space, some paper. I was like, fuck. Got out, we finally got out. My boy's mom took us to Roy Rogers. I never forget it to eat. Man, that was the best chicken I ever had in my life. So I've never tasted chicken so well. I get back to the block, dude's like, "Oh, son, you heard you got a lot to do." I was like, "Yeah." It wasn't a prize. My best moment in life, is what I'm saying. But it's just something that you don't want to go through. You know what I'm saying? Now that was me going through it as a fucking 17-year-old. Cause you imagine going through that shit now as a grown man. You know what I'm saying? The way the system is now.
That shit is crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying? No one wants to go through that. So I feel like if you...
Yeah, the system hasn't changed, man. I went through it a few years ago. The system hasn't changed.
Yeah, it hasn't
it's
changed.
The same shit.
The problem, no, but here's the thing. I was lucky. Now, because of all the crowd, and they send motherfuckers to Rikers Island.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not
gonna stay.
They sent a pregnant woman.
A
pregnant woman was in there with me, and they sent her to Rikers Island.
Yeah.
Listen, I saw the toughest dude in the joint was like, yo, arguing with other guys, like, yo, somebody, crippling over here, cuz, and all this crazy shit. Went outside to the judge, came back. What's going on? He's quiet now. What happened? Nigga started crying. Like, he was dead ass, like, crying, like tears. He couldn't have heard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he could. You know what I'm saying? Because he thought, you know, and all of them was in there.
They forget about a lot of people on the island, man. They'll be there for months. They'll be there for a whole year, and they were only supposed to be there until they go to court.
Yeah.
He was crying. I'm talking about, he was crying. I was like this. The dude said, the Italian guy, he said, listen, man, don't worry about it, man. You're going to be good. He walked out there. I don't know what the fuck he said to that judge. They called my necks, went out. They gave me a yellow piece of paper. Said, show up to court on this day, and then that was that. That was it.
Went home, went about your business.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean,
to you, yeah. Well, I'm wondering if you were in the Central Books at the same time as me, because there was an Italian dude who said the same thing. He said
he had like little thing, he had his sleeve rolled up like
a little suit on or some shit like that.
No, he was a CO, but like he had his sleeves rolled up. Like
No, you're talking about the cop.
You look like
I'm talking about an actual Italian
mania.
dude sitting there in the cell with us with like he wore a jacket on. And he was sitting there and he was sleeping the whole time too. And they were like, "What are you in for?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be going in for much longer than you." And he was just sleeping the whole time. They were like, "Yeah, you know." There were a couple of like dudes who did the same thing. Oh, Crips on, you know. But you know, when it came down to it, they were acting like bitches. This guy said, "I'm wanted in New Jersey. I'm wanted in Arkansas." He went down like 7 states, and he's like, "Is that enough for you?" He put the jacket on, and he just went to sleep.
Oh yeah, the truth. Dude, and here's the thing. That was probably a real bad man. You see, a real bad boy, you won't even know he a bad boy, right? You know what I'm saying? All this. That dude probably killed dudes. You know what I'm saying?
He's wanted in 7 states.
Listen, at the precinct, they was like, yo, I said, listen, man. I said, I don't give a fuck what y'all doing. I really don't fucking care. I just need to make a phone call. I make sure my kids get picked up from school. So the guy's like, I pick my kids up from school every day. So she goes, I said, listen, man, I'm a parent first and foremost. So that's my main. Whatever I call is going to make sure that my kids get picked up from school. So the guy was like, all right, cool, don't worry about it. So he put me in the cell by myself. The cell's about this big. Had about 5, 6 dudes in there.
What?
I was in there by myself like this, feet got up like this, chilling.
You got your own cell, you're saying?
I had my own. Listen.
You do have your
The
way.
dude-
I was in there with like 40
Now I
dudes.
came down. He said, listen. He goes, he said, listen. He said,
Couldn't even
listen.
sleep. I was in the room to sleep.
He said, you made your call yet? I'm like, nah, I didn't make my call yet. He goes, all right, cool. I'll be back. He goes, I'm about to leave. But my shift is over, but the other guy, I'm gonna let him know. So the other guy came, he brought the other guy down to this guy right here. He just came in. He got to make a call to make sure his kids get picked up from school. So I guess he told them that from outside. So he like, okay, cool. First 2 calls didn't go through. He said, listen, I'm gonna come back in 5 minutes. I'm gonna come back and get you. He came back again. I got my 2 calls, and then I called him another 2 calls. I made like 6 phone calls. 8 calls, 6 of them went through. Other 2 didn't go through. But the whole time, I was good. I was chilling.
I think
I was chilling.
ultimately I tell people, make sure you
Chilling.
either know a lawyer or probate or anything. Just have a card of somebody
But
you
you
can
just
call.
I think
You know, so you don't have to, because the system will make you lose you. You will get lost in that system.
I think
I'm
more-
telling you, on Rikers Island, people have gotten lost.
I think more importantly,
Yeah.
you just need to
For
you
years.
just need
Forget
to
much
understand
for
that everybody
years.
got a job to do. And I think that's the biggest thing. Everybody got a job.
Yeah, people get.
You think you don't want? You think you want to be there, locked up? Because technically they're locked up too. Because they deal with you for 8 hours or 10 hours or.
I
you
can
know what I'm
never
saying?
do be
So-
CEO. I
You know
don't
what I
think
mean?
I
So
can do
like
it.
they're locked up too. So like you just gotta treat them. And the CEO told me, he goes, listen. He goes, I don't have no problem on my. He's on the island. So I got no problem. You know why? Because I tell the new guys when they come in, listen, let me tell you right now. We could do this the easy way, or we could do this the hard way. You're gonna lose either way. So, you wanna be tough, you're gonna lose. You wanna be a gangster, you're gonna lose. Just respect me, I respect you. I'm a human, you're a human. I'm gonna treat you like a human, treat me like a human, and that's that. He said, I don't have no problem.
I'm laughing because that's that dude that was in prison who like men. He's like he used to tell the dude guys, we could do this the easy way or we could do this the hard way. You know what I'm saying? And then people, I prefer to tell that to women. We could do this the easy way. Oh, you can do this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just joking around. You know, wait, we won't be doing anything. Oh, I see you choosing the hard way. You know what I'm saying?
That's how, that was in Boondocks.
Yeah, Boondocks. But what I'm saying, ultimately, try to keep yourself in a situation where you don't, because the thing is they want everybody on file too. So they're locking people up for stupid shit. At some point in time, they want everybody going to eventually be. They want everybody to be through the system. I mean, I remember one night I was coming over here. I see some Chinese girl who don't look. I'm like, what the fuck? Getting locked up. And I'm like, wow. She had they sent over to court, and I see a lot of people. Let me say something. If I stood over there, I told him one night
on a Friday night,
if I stood over there with cigarettes, just a pack of cigarettes, I'd probably make $20. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, we were smoking. Someone, the CEOs over there, they were like, all right, we know you guys don't have cigarettes. There were people in like separate. They were like, if any of you want to sweep the floor, we'll give you 2 cigarettes each. I didn't want to do that shit. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to have to sweep the floor. I know there's going to be more to it. I know it's not just sweeping the floor. They were sweeping the floor for hours, dude. They were doing some crazy shit. But once they finished sweeping, they got their own cells. And they got their own cigarettes.
Yeah.
Now, one of those dudes came, and he's like, I feel bad. They're getting their own cell. He gave 1 cigarette to the whole cell of like 40 dudes.
So everybody had to pass.
We're all fucking passing around a little piece of toilet paper. Like, oh, I want it. Wait. Pass it. The toilet paper's lit so that we can light it because they didn't give us matches. They were like, if this goes out, that's all you. It went out, of course. It was cold. The window was open on purpose. Everyone's around there smoking that 1 cigarette, man.
Yeah, you locked up in there. It's like going through withdrawal, especially if you're a cigarette smoker. You're gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I was just like, I need something.
I didn't calm you down.
Calm me down. Just something to do, man. You're there for fucking ever. There's nothing to do.
Right.
Your friend who was sleeping, he's lucky.
If you don't have patience,
He's lucky there was even a spot to sleep.
if you don't have patience and you're claustrophobic, you're gonna lose your fucking mind.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your mind. Yeah. You're definitely gonna lose your mind. So moving on, let's keep on some positive note. I'm gonna end it right now. We're gonna end it and say this. what we surmised it for 2016, because everybody has been talking about, and I'm just going to wrap it up and say for the new year, everybody's been talking about how bad 2016 was, and you know all these deaths and all these celebrity deaths and everything like that. First of all, people coming down to the end of the year, people just died. For some reason, it's just the end of the year is just a transition and a doorway, a gateway for people trying to make it. In my heart said, people are trying to make it into the new year. It's like a doorway, and the doorway is closing, and it's closed. The more it closed, the more people.
Like a Stargate.
Yeah, exactly. More people, everybody trying to make it through that doorway. So I wish everybody see you on the other side. My thing is, if you're gonna make the best of the year, I think the one thing is to start from now. You know what I'm saying? Do not wait until we have 2 days, 2 or 3 days, 2 days to the new year anyway. But start from now and just try to get your life in order. And I think what I want to say to everybody when I end this up and wrap this up is that the main thing that I see is the problem is human connection. We're allowing technology to come in the middle of human connection and human intimacy, whether it be men and women, whether it be just people connecting together. And if you allow, the technology should be used and run by us, not we being used and run by the technology.
Controlled by the technology.
And that's the problem. That's what I think is happening.
It's called fubbing.
Yeah, I think people fubbing.
Yeah, that's what it's called fubbing. Is that an actual thing where people would refer to their phone, like use their phones before they have human interaction with other people?
Yeah, that's ludicrous to me. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I you know, when you start to take away human connections, what you start to do is you're gonna start making us all robots and deal with each other like fucking robots. You know what I'm saying? And that will be the destruction of humanity itself. So I think we have to hold on to your humanity. If you're a man, hold on to your masculinity. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a woman, hold on to whatever you deem.
If you're a woman, hold on to your femininity.
Yes.
The positive side of your femininity.
Yes.
Not the negative side of it.
Exactly.
And if you're a man, hold on to the positive side of your masculinity and not the negative side of it. No, just to feed off of what Eric is saying, you know, this year was an eye-opener for a lot of people. America is going to be pretty much run by an idiot for the next 4 years. And his cabinet of, his Congress of apes. So, I mean, just prepare yourself for, you know, a lot of, I wouldn't say a bumpy ride necessarily, but just prepare yourself for a lot of bullshit and a lot of nonsense. And just build on having more human connection. Stop valuing relationships based on what they can do for you, but what you guys can do for each other and grow. And also, you know, let's stop being afraid of each other. I notice that a lot of people are afraid of, especially here in Brooklyn, a lot of gentrification is going on, and a lot of people is becoming, you know, afraid. I'm seeing block parties now, and it's like, you know, the new white people that moved in, that bought the houses over there, they're interacting with themselves while everybody else is on the block having fun. You know, if you're gonna live together, let's live together in a positive way. So on that note, I'm done.
Thank you. Anything to say, Joe?
I got nothing to say after all that, man.
Anything?
So long, folks.
Alright, so we signed off for Eric.
Sayonara.
Eric's podcast. And look out for the next podcast, which will probably be a joint podcast between me and John, E and J. We do it our way, and that's it. Thank you.